You're listening to WZYE 95.9 FM. You are listening to WZYE 95.9 FM, the most influential name in Caribbean radio in the tri-state area. Broadcasting from East Orange, New Jersey, the most influential name in Caribbean radio, WZYE 95.9 FM.
Happy. Relentless search for luxury, in search of peace and happiness, the human mind wouldn't rest. A constant nag within we soul, demanding respect from the world. We get the urge in different form, but luxury is the norm. Money is very essential, but can't buy peace of mind at all. We still like dogs without a bone, if we have the money alone. Because appreciation plays on the human mind. Everyone needs some for happiness all the time. Because importance, if we are drive to live, everyone's on the hunt. Every man ought to give generously. The feeling has no barrier. Race and class doesn't matter. Once you are alive, you in the game. You do anything to get a good name. Some wealthy men turn to suicide. Can't find food to feed their pride. The aged and crippled in the ring, fight to be like a king. Children become delinquent for lack of love from their parents. That's why appreciation is most important to man. On the human mind, everyone needs some for happiness all the time. Because important, if we are trying to live, everyone's on the hunt. Every man ought to give generously. Solution to bad industrial relations. Employees will gladly draw their pay and do the job half the way. When workman feeling unwanted, the working spirit is daunted. He comes on the job and fool around. Production going down. Just make him feel significant. You get him do anything you want. A pat on the back is the best move for relations to improve. Because appreciation is on the human mind. Everyone needs some for happiness. happiness all the time. Because important, if we are trying to live, everyone's on the hunt, every man ought to give generously. Our deepest craving is common. All we need is attention to put us in the happy zone, regardless of what we own. Life is lonely without it. Each one should give a little bit. What you want your neighbors do, then life on earth will be true. Take a tip from the scripture, appreciate one another, share your love and make the mold for total peace in the world. On the human mind, everyone needs some for happiness all the time. Because important, if we are trying to live, everyone's on the hunt, every man ought to give generously. I'm holding on in order to stay around in a life terribly imbalanced. For it is nature's way until judgment day. Weakness ain't got a chance. Playing strong cause I realize the price little one must pay to keep the big one in paradise. Is torment and misery all day. Destruction of the weak is nature's plan. The humble and the meek must understand. This day of the strong man is the devil's heyday. So they will bite the ground when the master plays. As long as you have the cash and all your strings attached, you're on earth but living in heaven. There's nothing for the poor or as evermore. Life in a lion's den Hungry man shall aspire to keep the high man on top, to take him higher and higher. The poor one must struggle till he drop. Destruction of the weak is nature's plan. The humble and the meek must understand. This day of the strong man is the devil's heyday. So they will bite the ground when the master plays. Dun dun da da da, 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 dun dun da da da. Down in South Africa, white men with gun power have the natives under subjection. The black majority live in poverty, all because they ain't strong. Black man life is a thoroughfare. Nature make him a slave. South Africa is a nightmare for colored, from cradle to the grave. Destruction of the weak is nature's plan. The humble and the meek must understand. This day of the strong man is the devil's heyday. So they will bite the ground when the master plays. Dun dun da da da, 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 dun dun da da da. Today is bound to hold. Nature will somersault, bringing sudden death to this wild place. And only those who clean going to make this scene. How you work to get paid? Sufferer shouldn't worry. Nature taking its course. Tomorrow you may be happy. Just hold on. If you let go, you're lost. Destruction of the weak is nature's plan. The humble and the meek must understand. This day of the strong man is the devil's heyday. So they will bite the ground when the master plays. Dun dun da da da, 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 dun dun da da da.
To leave here, boy, you must be mad. This is the land of milk and honey, rum and coke and easy money. While those birds as we were singing, alarm bells kept on ringing. Pundits on each pulpit saying, oh, heart and our soul decaying. Suddenly we wake up to a living nightmare, not least while electoral that. How did we ever come to this? But so long you got to stand up and be counted. For daily we're intimidated. Every day I'm next to witness was school kids getting on. Who were fighting, making porn. Us school girls you won't believe. Live MMA, they pulling weave. Check the vibes, they're living by. Dance all slackness, get rich or die. Alkaline to Movado. Mention maestro, they don't know. No morals, no ethics. There is a centrifugal black hole. Lord, we must move quick to wake their conscience and save their soul. So long we've been hearing evil triumphs when good men do nothing. No triggers pump while words be frotting, and while church attendance real low. Protest back plus them casino, while black market prices haggling. Through up ports, big guns they smuggling. Spanish women are hot like their music. Saucy salsa, human traffic trend they go. We can't wait. The devil making hay while we sleep. Tell them talk is cheap. We're caught in the world when we have to reap. While we look on them as more mothers who weep. We're caught in the world when we have to reap. Oh yeah. Oh no. Oh yeah, yeah. Oh, Now the nation's soul has been revealed. How they find Shannon Banfield. Busy street, yes, in our city. Killed by beasts who show no pity. Now there's fear and trepidation. What is happening to our nation? So I pray this one infraction will propel us into action. Trend they go. The time is now. We have to take our country back while these monsters flow. We cannot run from their attack. That is why I'm still saying time to stand up and be counted. Our young girls, they're being hunted. Not for jobs by institutions, but by clubs for prostitution. While for new gas, some arranging on the seas, cargo exchanging. In the Gulf, drugs, guns and women. And the Coast Guard cannot stop them trend they go. The time is now. Look how the murder rate leap. Tell them talk is cheap. We're caught in the world when we have to reap. Before more of our daughters they put us to sleep. Must stop this world when we have to reap. Time to stand up and be counted. We must defeat this threat they've mounted. We cannot wait for no messiah. Like zero fiddling through the fire. But while the flames we keep romancing, the grim reaper keeps advancing across the land. It casts its shadow, slashing victims to the marrow. Trend they go. The time is now. Look how the price we paying don't steep. While some labor keep. We're caught in the world when we have to reap. We need a fresh new broom for a broad crime sweep. Must stop this world when we have to reap. Save our land, Trinidad and Tobago. Yeah. Oh yeah.
I say you get up one morning, your elders have something. You don't know how they get it, but you want to use it. But if you ask them old people to get the things what they went through, ask them this any day, and your parents sure to say, black man have to keep on jamming, for black man to get a little something. Make up your mind, brother, that you're able to get a pulley and jam with the devil. Why? Black man have to keep on jamming, for black man to get a little something. Make up your mind, brother, that you're ready to swim offshore and hold your boat steady. Black man have to keep on jamming, for black man to get a little something. So when you're here, you get a little something with a dragon eye, you keep watching, because cause I don't tell you already. Black man don't get nothing easy. I say you get up one morning, and oil money running. How it come you don't know, so that it can how the thing go. But if they read about Uriah, they wanna find out the pressure. How we get so much old hell to get a penny from TLL. Black man have to keep on jamming, but black man to get a little something. You got to take up your own cash money, pay people for your own refinery. Black man have to keep on jamming, but black man to get a little something. Make up your mind to be a magician, to make money out of scrap iron. Black man have to keep on jamming, but black man to get a little something. So when you hear you get a little something, with that eagle eye you keep watching, because I don't tell you already. Black man don't get nothing easy. We got up one morning, independence happening, getting the thing come easy. Now they're taking liberty, but if they know about petition, we are to send to England for some woman to tell we in this colony free. Black man have to keep on jamming, but black man to get a little something. You got to go to conference in England to get independence in your own land. Black man have to keep on jamming, but black man to get a little something. People hold you, humiliate you, turn on and sell you, and then they free you. Black man have to keep on jamming, but black man to get a little something. So when you hear you get a little something, with that dragon eye you keep watching, because I don't tell you already. Black man don't get nothing easy. So when a black man gets something, he got to start thinking. You get it there easy. You got to practice economy. From getting licks from the slave master to become the land owner. Brother, is a terrible journey, packed with plenty brutality. Black man have to keep on jamming, but black man to get a little something. You got to rise up, you got to stand up, pick up your mind, you will always stay on top. Black man have to keep on jamming, but black man to get a little something. You got to go to conference in England to get independence in your own land. Black man have to keep on jamming, but black man to get a little something. You got to take up your own cash money, pay people for your own refinery. Black man have to keep on jamming, but black man to get a little something. Make up your mind to be a magician, to make money out of scrap iron. Black man have to keep on jamming, but black man to get a little something. You got to go to
Keep me as the apple of thine eye. Hide me under the shadow of thy wing. O Lord, my Savior. It's so hard to deal with personal struggle. So sad when you feel alone in your trouble. It's real hard when you want to talk to a brother. It's so bad because of how some look at you after. So Jesus, come and be while you fix it. Come and be while you fix it. Come and be while you fix it. Jesus, cover me. Cover me while you fix it. Cover me while you fix it. Cover me while you fix it. Jesus, cover me. Cover my head. Satan want me dead. Cover my back from human attack. So Jesus, cover me while you fix it. Cover me while you fix it. Jesus, cover me while you fix it. Jesus, cover me. People see you smile, but don't know the hurt that you're feeling. Even as God's child, I At times your heart does be bleeding. Where can you go when you're really looking for healing? Who know how to flow when your soul needs some restoring? Lord Jesus, cover me while you fix it. Cover me while you fix it. Cover me while you fix it. Jesus, cover me. Cover me while you fix it. Cover me while you fix it. Cover me while you fix it. Jesus, cover me. Cover me home from evils unknown. Cover my feet so I'll never retreat. Oh Lord, cover me while you fix it. Cover me while you fix it. Cover me while you fix it. Jesus, cover me. Cover my brother, cover my sister, them who under pressure. Cover the preacher, every church worker, the young believer. Cover the worship leader and intercessor, every gospel minister. Cover. Jesus alone is the one who has the real answer. The one on the throne is the true and loving Father. He will hold your hand and keep you from going under. He will make you stand and let you know he's a fixer. Cover me while you fix it. Cover me while you fix it. Jesus, cover me while you fix it. Jesus, cover me. Cover me while you fix it. Cover me while you fix it. Cover me while you fix it. Jesus, cover me. Cover me mind. You know the struggle sometimes. Cover me mouth, that the wrong thing wouldn't come out. Oh Lord, cover me while you fix it. Cover me while you fix it. Cover me while you fix it. Jesus, cover me. Cover the Christian in the midst of aggression with the power of your right hand. Jesus, cover them helpless children. Jesus, defend them. Send help from heaven. Jesus, cover all them radio stations that blessing the nation. Grant divine protection. Jesus, cover me.
Truer words were never spoken. The less you associate with some people, the more your life will improve. Anytime you tolerate mediocrity in others, it increases your mediocrity. An important attribute in successful people is their impatience with negative thinking and negative acting people. As you grow, your associates will change. Some of your friends will not want you to go on. They will want you to stay where they are. Friends that don't help you climb will want you to crawl. Your friends will stretch your vision or choke your dream. Those that don't increase you will eventually decrease you. Consider this. Never receive counsel from unproductive people. Never discuss your problems with someone incapable of contributing to the solution, because those who never succeed themselves are always first to tell you how. Not everyone has a right to speak into your life. You are certain to get the worst of the bargain when you exchange ideas with the wrong person. Don't follow anyone who's not going anywhere. With some people you spend an evening. With others, you invest it. Be careful where you stop to inquire for directions along the road of life. Wise is the person who fortifies his life with the right friendships. If you run with wolves, you will learn how to howl. But if you associate with eagles, you will learn how to soar to great heights. A mirror reflects a man's face, but what he is really like is shown by the kind of friends he chooses. The simple but true fact of life is that you become like those with whom you closely associate, for the good and the bad. Note, be not mistaken. This is applicable to family as well as friends. Yes, do love, appreciate, and be thankful for your family, for they will always be your family, no matter what.
Just know that they are human first, and though they are family to you, they may be a friend to someone else and will fit somewhere in the criteria above. In prosperity, our friends know us. In adversity, we know our friends. Never make someone a priority when you are only an option for them. If you are going to achieve excellence in big things, you develop the habit in little matters. Excellence is not an exception. It is a prevailing attitude.
Let me say a special hello to all the WZYE 95.9 FM listeners. Of course, ladies and gentlemen, we are back. It's in the village with the DAT Triplets on WZYE 95.9 FM. And of course, we come to you every Tuesday, Thursday, and Saturday from 7 to 10 p.m. Yes, that's Tuesday, Thursday, and Saturday from 7 to 10 p.m. And of course, ladies and gentlemen, remember, it doesn't matter what color t-shirt you have on. You have on a mauve t-shirt, a burgundy t-shirt, a violet t-shirt, whatever t-shirt you have, it doesn't matter. You have on a gray t-shirt, it doesn't matter, ladies and gentlemen. It doesn't matter what planet you're from Mazatanius, Venuranius, Xenoranius, Sonaranius. You're welcome in the village with the DAT Triplets on WZYE 95.9 FM. Let me say a special hello to no other than Thomas E. Marshall, the commissioner in Newark, from Sally Bay. Some people say Celibia. Some people say close to Toco. Some people say close to Sandy Grande. Some people say close to Manzilina. But the commissioner will tell you where and how close it is. Thomas E. Marshall Nisbet. Tommy, welcome.
Thank you and good evening. Thank you for having me. And it's a pleasure to be in the village. How is our queen? First question.
Well, I'm supposed to go. Let me say welcome to no other than Diana, Stormy, the Storm, Greta, Gonian, Stormy, Benskin, McDonald.
Hey guys, are they? I ain't 100%, but are they? I'll stay with you a short while, but if I start to cough, I have to leave, you know?
Well, we're glad you're there on the night.
Tommy!
What's going on? What's going on?
Well, fighting this XXBB1 something flu.
Well, guess what? You can't win battles that you haven't fought. I can tell you that for sure.
Let me tell you something. Lord, this thing ain't no joke, boy. Ain't no joke. When it hit me, I said, it's COVID I have. I went to the urgent care and they tested me for that. And they said, no, XXBB11, something from flu. I said, Lord, Father, and my chest hurting me, coughing, my ears block up, fluid in my ear dripping. Man.
You'll win. Just keep on battling. You'll win it. You'll get over it.
But they give me antibiotic and a cough medicine. And I am doing a lot of lemonade, you know. But this ain't no joke, y'all. This ain't no joke, boy. I'll stay a little, but whenever you see me drop off, I go on to quell a cough, drink something, and I may come back in, right? But I can't control when the coughing gonna start. Can't control.
Okay, well, do your best. It's always good enough.
Yeah. So how's everything, Anselm?
Everything is as fantabulous as can be.
Good to hear. And how are my villagers? Takesha, what going on, girl? Kapisa, Haile. That's it in the chat for now. All right. I have to go and most importantly, how you get it, eh? I highly want to know how I get it. I don't know how I get it. That's what I want to know, highly. I just get a flu and slept.
Uh, I don't know, you know. That's a very good
Exposure to the virus.
What? Kabisa tell me get some African killer bee honey with lime and puncheon. How you know I ain't do that already? But you had to do the course of antibiotics.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, boy. Say no joke, boy.
But
That's
you
like,
have, Diana, you have to get into the habit of always having oil of oregano. Anytime you feel anything, you just take a
yeah,
chips under your tongue.
but this thing had me feeling, out of it, out of it. At one point, I got a little frightened because my chest, I couldn't breathe. And they issued me a trilogy inhaler. So I had to, but when I sucked the inhaler in, it tastes bitter. I was like, ew. You know? So, uh, but I have to share the thing. Let me go share the thing and come back in. All
Okay.
right?
Handle.
Yeah.
Okay, so
Yes.
yeah, let me quickly go to the chat.
Mm-hmm.
Uh,
See, Nadia was first.
of course, yeah. Nadia was first of all.
Good evening, Nadia.
Evening, Nadia. Nadia says, Anselm, good night. Yeah. Tommy, good night. Tommy, you get some green hearts tonight, boy. What does green hearts mean, Tommy?
Hmm. Whatever it is, it's good, and I like it. I'm appreciative.
Okay, all right, all right. Nadia said to Keisha, Judy Rose, Lana, Miss Cuba, Capisa, good night. Lana, Nadia does separate she males, boy, from females.
Now, there's a special brew in it.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Boy, yeah, boy. Nadia, correct is right. Nadia say happy Easter weekend to everyone in the village. Yeah, happy Easter, man.
Same to you, Nadia.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. You know, it's funny, Tommy, that if I didn't look at the schedule, the school schedule, I would have gone to school on Monday, you know.
Wow. You
I
forgot about spring break?
no, that's not spring break, it's Easter.
At least,
The
yeah, Easter. Yeah, well,
Easter
same.
break. You know, I totally forget about it, bro. Totally. Yeah. Takisha, welcome. Takisha was second in the village as usual.
Kish. Good evening,
So
my dear.
welcome. We missed you, Takisha. Takisha says good night, handsome. Diana the Storm, she gets some mauve emojis. I move, right, Tommy? I color it.
But maybe purple. I don't know. Uh,
What's the difference between purple and mauve?
I, 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 I'm not so versed on the differentiating the
Colors.
colors.
Takisha, what is the difference between purple and mauve? You know, some people spell it Mauve, some people spell it Move. Move.
I think it's Mauve is the right spelling. That's what I think.
Okay. Couldn't that be Mavwe too? Mauve?
I don't know. Very interesting.
Yeah, Takisha said Nadia, Lana, Rose, Clarice, Marisha, Miss Cuba, Joan, Erica, John, Judy. Erica, what going up in the planning update, girl? You ain't give my update yet, you know. Tommy, they started to do something with the building up there, right?
Which is a good idea.
Yeah, 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 yeah. It's a fantabulous idea. The pizza says Albert, Bonnie, Ellis, Raj, Ulrich, Hailey, Choi, Chris, Tropics, Daryl, Rennie, Ken, Capiza, Anderson. Hey, what my partner Anderson doing, boy?
That's a $10,000 question.
Yeah, I think Akira take away the phone for I think he on what else call it again? Timeout. It's timeout.
He's in the corner.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. He's sitting on the corner. Anderson in the corner, hiding, hiding. Yeah, Chucky, it's only love in the village. No room for hate or negativity. Just love. Hey, Rennie was in third, boy.
I like your shirt, Anselm.
You know, Tommy, I'm glad you said that. This, All right, let me point at the logo here. Logo here says RDA, right? That's Running Development Academy. This is my
Your
this is my
company.
this is my own running academy. As a matter of fact, I had two clients today. And what I do, my academy is like Kaplan. When you want to improve in SAT, you go to Kaplan or Princeton Review in New Jersey.
Right.
I tell the parents, when you want your kids to get better in track and field, they come to running.
Send them to RDA.
Send them to RDA. You understand? And Tommy, I have to tell you, I'm boasting,
But you're
but
getting great results.
correct is right. Correct is right. I'm getting 99.9% results. 99.9% results because I have the formula. And I want to say, Tommy, let me go solo here for a little bit. You prompt me there, man. You just, Tommy, you have something in here, I don't know what it is.
Well, whatever it is, I'm grateful for it because it seems as though a lot of people believe that.
Yeah, you just prompt me into. So let me go solo here for a little bit then. All right. So listen here. So folks, listen to this, right? Many of you know, yes. So you see RDA.
Next side.
Next slide.
Not that side, the next side.
All right, over here,
Yeah.
RDA. That's
Yes.
Running Development Academy. That's my own logo, and this is a man right here running.
Correct.
Understand? So Tommy, this was formed in 1999, right? A long time ago. And you know something, Tommy boy? The difficult thing for me is that I have been trying to give my services back to Trinidad and Tobago, and they have turned their backs. Well, let me not say they turned their backs. Maybe they don't know of the things that I have done and accomplished in track and field. Maybe they don't know.
Well, guess what? Is it they don't know or they don't care to know? You know, I was talking with a medical doctor, Trinidadian brother of Afro descent, and he was telling me about some of the difficulties. And he talking about a truly accomplished doctor. He actually taught at the university here at UE, and he was telling me that they they basically rubbished him after a while. And I mean, he's top notch, top of the line in his field.
You see, Tommy, I tell you something about you.
A
And
prophet is never revered in his own land.
and Tommy is the same thing, Tommy. As a matter of fact, Tommy, another one of my clients, I saw her today at the track, and her parents was there. And somehow they just find me. I mean, and a lot of the things I've done is by word of mouth. And this was a young lady that I take from just being a regular person to being the athlete of the year here in New Jersey in her age group. You understand? And
Yep.
I see Trinidad and Tobago going to character, and Bahamas beating we, um, the U.S. Virgin Islands, sometimes little taller British Virgin Islands, right? Licking me up left, right, and center. And Trinidad and Tobago have better facilities than many of these other countries. Better facilities, hands down,
But that doesn't make
right?
that
But
doesn't make the better performer. You see, the discipline when we get away in Trinidad and Tobago, when we get away from the corruption and nepotism, and start doing MPH like Singapore that we always refer to, when we start meritocracy, pragmatism, and honesty, we'll be a model society. Other than that, we'll be rubbished all the way. We'll always be struggling in all fields that we try to compete in. It's so sad, but it's true. Hopefully, before our life is over, we'll see a turnaround.
and Tommy boy, I I see the amount of talent we have in Trinidad and Tobago. We are rare talent.
Absolutely.
But you know, we have
Trinidadians, surely diaspora are extremely talented and many leave and run away because of the system, because the system is broken.
Yeah, but I don't disagree that the system is broken. And Brian Lewis, the former Trinidad and Tobago Olympic Committee president, was on a TV station, Sportsmax, and they asked him about the problems with track and field in Trinidad and Tobago. And he gave a political answer. And you know what I did? You know what? Let me read it for you. I sent him a message right away because, you know, I couldn't believe that you, as former president of
TOC,
the TOC, will give such a political answer. And you know what? I will play the tape too for you. Let me see, Brian. And I mean, okay, hold on, eh? So this is what I said to him. I listened to you in this interview, and you sounded more like a politician than the former president of the Olympic Committee. It was very disappointing listening to you here. You skirted the real issue facing track and field in TNT. Then he said, "Thank you for sharing your feedback." I answered him. Then he said, "I understood I was on the program to talk about champs." He's talking about Jamaica champs. And then he goes on to say, "The people best positioned to talk about track and field would have been the N3A's president. You will have your opinion. I respect your right to express it. My views about sport may see it through a different lens. So you really think this is me now. So you really think we'll get anything out of the president of the N3A's? We are in serious problems with track and field, and many are afraid to address the elephant in the room. What, in your opinion, is the elephant in the room? The people in the N3A's are the one who votes. NAA, N3A stakeholders are the ones to exercise their democratic right." And this is what I said to him. "I believe you had a great opportunity as a former Trinidad and Tobago Olympic Committee president to speak truth to power about track and field, and you played it like a politician. You had absolutely nothing to lose. And this he says, "I will encourage anyone who believes they can transform the N3A's to put their hat in the ring. That's your opinion." The former president of Trinidad and Tobago Olympic Committee. The man asked him a question: why does Trinidad and Tobago have all these facilities and they appear to be failing? And he had coined a phrase, is it 10 Olympic medals by 2020? It was something he coined. But I'm going to play.
But what happens is that when you see that, he doesn't want to fall out of favor because he knows how the politics works in Trinidad and Tobago.
I told you again, Tommy. You're too smart, you know, Tommy. I'm telling you, you're too wise, man. You're too wise.
Thanks for the compliment.
No, you're wise. You're wise.
But you know, I guess I've lived for a little while, been around a little, and I'm grateful.
I'm listening to you guys, right? I'm doing something here. I'm listening to you.
Yeah.
Go ahead, Diana.
So that was very, very disappointing. And that, you know, here you are, right? You in charge of all of them, you know. Right?
Yep.
And you skirted the issue.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? When you
so many people sing for the supper, you know, so they gotta sing the right song, because they sing the wrong song, they may starve, you know.
Yeah, but Tony is no longer president of the Trinidad and Tobago Olympic Committee. He has none to lose.
That's what you think. You don't know what's behind the scene.
You know, you're absolutely correct. You know. Yeah,
you don't know what favors he's looking forward to receiving.
You know, because he was going up for, I think he screened for a candidate as a PNM. You know?
You see?
No, he did.
There has to be some some hidden agenda why he's playing politician and not being truthful.
I mean, I thought he would have just raised the issue, and that would have been it, man. You know? So let me finish in the chat here. Rennie says, good evening, boys and girls. Sending out colorful love for the Easter, right? Um, Heidi say, are they here? Watax villagers, blessing and love. Yeah? Right, Heidi wants to know how come Rowdy don't tell everyone to go to Tobago for the Easter weekend. That was post-pandemic. Capiza, welcome. Yeah, Takesha, cover me, Jesus. Cover everyone. Cover everyone in the village. Cover us while we fix it. I just say the most important question is how you get it. Eh? Diana, Capiza say get some African killer bee honey with lime and puncheon.
I think she said that before. She
You say it works all the time. What's that?
but
Something, some propolis?
but Killaby, African Killaby is make honey.
I don't know.
Hmm.
I think Capiza does mind bees, you know. I don't know. I feel them as P&M bees.
A pizza.
Minding some P&M bees. He gets sting all the time.
A pizza. A pizza. You look for that because you just insert the PNM into everything.
Everything, you know. Iris says steak, uva ursi, and 2 vitamin B12, D3, C, zinc, fish oil, and E. Yeah, the steak, B12, D3, C, zinc.
Yeah.
Get out the fish oil and E. And some enzymes. So then you have a homemade recipe. Good night to you as well, Nadia. Bonnie says in Whitby. Where's Whitby?
That's in Canada, no?
I think so,
Yeah, I think Whitby's in Canada.
It's not close to Hiley and Albert Montano.
It should be. It's maybe in Ontario. Maybe it's in Ontario. Maybe. Let me
Yeah.
see what Whitby is.
Albert in Mississippi, right?
Mississauga,
Oh, Mississauga. Oh, okay. My mistake. I thought it was
Mississippi,
something.
Mississippi. Oh, God. Mississauga.
Mississippi. Bonnie Robert said to my dearest ladies, good night. Hope all is well. To the storm, stay well and have an eye on Anselm. Sometimes he goes off key. I don't know what Bonnie talking about that. Nadia, okay? Nadia, Bonnie Roberts, I don't know if you're okay. Yeah. All right, Bonnie answers. Nadia answers. Rennie say good night to Keisha's sister, Solia. Bonnie say, Anselm, the PNM don't care about you and what you have to offer Trinidad and Tobago. Sorry, you're in the wrong part.
And I think you're right because I think the other party would have given you the time of day. Honest to Christ.
Tom, you feel so?
Yep.
Why you say that?
With these is Ontario.
Okay.
Yeah, but
why you
but
say that?
you want to know why I said that, huh?
Yeah, I want to know why you said that.
I've it's just a hunch I have that you can get more done working with the other party than working with the PNM.
But no, but you ain't tell me why though. You ain't give me the answer. Today is Friday, right?
No.
Thursday, right?
as far as I remember.
What's the last letter in Thursday?
Why?
So yeah, you ain't give me the why, man.
I'm asking why?
Why? Yeah,
Why? Who's asking why?
I
Maybe,
am.
Anselm, maybe, just maybe, the other guys coming from quote unquote behind, a little bit more compassionate and sensitive, and would extend an olive branch quicker than these guys who feel they're all of that.
But Tommy,
That's what it is. Isn't it?
isn't it possible that they don't know of the things that certain people have accomplished? Isn't that possible?
I don't think in this age it's easy to find out. It's easy acquiring knowledge and data or information at this point in our existence is as easy as kissing hands.
Okay.
You could Google everything.
Just about everything. I'm sure I'll find a profile on you if I search for it.
On who? Me? Oh, yeah, if you go Google, you'll see me. Hmm? Google Diana Ben Skin. I come up right there.
Tommy, I see you trying to convince me, but
Yeah, I
I have
think
huh?
I think trying to rely on who we've relied on forever or for a long time is a waste of time.
Give me my medicine.
okay. Well, this is what Vonnie says. If you are done so to the UNC, that I will embrace you wholeheartedly.
Hmm?
And I believe Ronnie too. Honest to Christ.
You
Based
believe
on my
that?
experience, I believe Ronnie. I
If you had done what? What? I missed the chap. What?
No,
if you have made a proposal to do something positive for the country to
UNC would
UNC,
embrace me.
but Tommy, you see, Tommy, here's why I could say my experience with both of them has been the same.
oh okay,
As a matter of fact, when we come back from the break, I'm gonna tell all you because I had an experience with these both of them with the same idea and the same end result, salt. So
okay.
maybe it's not the idea, maybe it's me.
What is this?
Are you talking about Laventito Wall Street?
Correct is right.
But I told you the name of the project was threatening.
Right. So what we're gonna do? Let's go for a quick station identification. It's in the village with the DAT Triplets on WZYE 95.9 FM. It's Diana, Anselm, Tommy, and you in the village with the DAT Triplets. Stick and stay. We'll be right back.
You're listening to WZYE 95.9 FM. You are listening to WZYE 95.9 FM, the most influential name in Caribbean radio in the tri-state area. Broadcasting from East Orange, New Jersey, the most influential name in Caribbean radio, WZYE 95.9 FM.
We are back with you. It's in the village with the DAT Triplets on WZYE 95.9 FM. We come to you every Tuesday, Thursday, and Saturday from 7 to 10 p.m. That's Tuesday, Thursday, and Saturday from 7 to 10 p.m. So, Tommy, here's why I say that both of them are the same based on my experience. I sent my son to IMG Academy in Florida for 2 weeks to a soccer camp. And IMG Academy is considered to be one of the top training academies in the world. They now have a school as well, and they are top in many different sports. And I came up with the idea of Sports Development Academy Corporation of Trinidad and Tobago, SDACOT, SDACOTT. Sports Development Academy Corporation of Trinidad and Tobago, SDACOT, right? And at the time I came up with the idea, the UNC was in power. And I could reveal this. My UNC partner took me to meet Anna Roberts. Anna Roberts was Minister of Sports. I came with a proposal, I had a PowerPoint presentation. I even came with a sample of turf field. At that point, they had known, I think they only had one turf field in Trinidad, was a Center of Excellence. When Jack Warner had only Center of Excellence.
Right.
I came with sample for a turf field, which I thought would be a good idea because when on turf, it doesn't matter the weather, you could play once it's not lightning and thunder, right? I came to him, I presented the idea to him, right? And it went to the bottom of the barrel. And I said, well, boy, maybe because I'm a supporter of PNM, I could understand that why they ain't take it. So then Daryl Smith came into power. I mean, the PNM came into power in 2015. And again, I come back to Trinidad. I came to Trinidad, met with Daryl Smith, updated the proposal, right? Professionally done. Man, it was a splendiferous PowerPoint. Showed him everything, right? And I say, boy, I said, Sports Development Academy, right? And the idea here was for us to create the first sport academy in the Caribbean. And where's that? We'll have a school. We'll have the top 4 or 5 sports in that school, right? Some people have to pay to go to the school. If you're good enough, you come to the school for free. But not only that, but it will be part of sports tourism as well in that we'll have different camps with some of the top coaches across the world doing camps at the school. And people can come to Trinidad, send their kids to the camp, and they take a vacation, right? So it's a part of sports tourism as well. And I went to them and I said, boy, Tommy boy, I am inside. I am not the worry. Salt boy, same end result. Nada, nothing.
Wow. I'm
So-
sorry.
So that's what I'm telling you. It's based on my experience. My experience I'm talking about. I ain't talking about nobody tell me or I hear. I sat down in the office of the Minister of Sports under the UNC. I sat down in the office in the Minister of Sports under the PNM. And the PNM knew for a fact that the kind of support, and listen, this wasn't asking the government for no money or nothing like that.
You were bringing your own financing.
Yeah. Right? And it didn't get done. It did not get done. There was even at one point in time, right? And I'm saying this for the first time. Dr. Rowley told me, what is Shamfa Kojo, who's the Minister of Sports.
Right.
I sent the report to Shamfa Kojo, and I asked Shamfa Kojo if she was willing to go to cabinet and get a cabinet note regarding Sports Development Academy Corporation of Trinidad. She said yes. And that was the end of it. That was the end. Yeah, so when I talk, I don't talk, I just want to run my mouth. I just talk from facts. You know, I facts. This is no fiction, they facts.
I have to be honest and say I got through with an initiative through former PM Manning that prompted me to return to Trinidad, and it was successful up until he called the snap election. I was allowed to finish the project by the partnership. So I mean, it wasn't so bad. It's just that the delays created some setbacks.
But Tommy, sometimes it takes, what do I say, boy? Sometimes it takes another person to show another person your worth. Something to that, something like that. That it takes another person. For example, right? It take Basdio Pandey to give the Shouter Baptist a holiday, right? It took Kamala Prasad Processor to give David Momer piece of land so he could put up the beautiful, the splendiferous structure he have there right now.
It's a game, because Manin gave Arrival Day
Right.
to
It's
the
politics there.
to East Indian. So
But
it's
it shouldn't be like that. It really and truly shouldn't be like that. It should be that, look, you get something you deserve, you think this is going to enhance the country. And let me say this, right? So I call the Underground Report with Andy Williams. They call Andy Williams the Pumpek of radio with Sly TK and Wordsmith, right? I call that program and I ask them, I said, let me ask all your question. We're going to do a march for constitutional reform in Trinidad and Tobago. Would you guys support that march? Now, Andy Williams said he was supporting it first, eh? Then Mike TK said he ain't supporting no march for that. Because Warshit only want to come and do things for himself. Well, he goes off into a tangent, you know, understand? They say they ain't supporting that march. They ain't supporting it. You understand? And that them fellas and them is the same party Vonian. You understand? Voni say if you are down to the UNC, no one cares about you, Anselm. No, you mustn't say that. Don't say no one. Say certain people. My wife care about me, my son care about me, my daughter cares about me, my mother cares about me, my father cares about me, my brother cares about me. So don't say no one. Say certain people. When you say no one care about you, means no one, right?
nobody.
Means nobody, right?
Maybe you need to say the people that matter, that you would like to care for you, don't
No,
care about you.
no, but Diana,
Huh? Huh?
I know you don't want to go into Vonnie brains and figure out what he wanted to say.
Huh?
He write down, no one. Let me put it up there. Read it on the thing. No one care about you, Anselm. No one.
Anselm, I just now thought of something.
Yeah.
You would have had to have somebody who's on the inside working for you, whether it's as an invisible hand
Oh.
or
Tony,
not.
I tell you, you're too brilliant. You know. I keep telling you that you are absolutely correct. You're right.
Yeah, you would have had a partner with someone on the inside.
Yeah. No, you're right. You're right. Because, I think part of the problem is, Tommy, is that, for example, Tommy, running development academy, I mean, it's like people just find me, right? Find me and said, boy, Anselm, I hear all the work you're doing with these kids. And it's like, sometimes I just wonder, man. I really wonder.
You see, there's a trust issue, of not trusting people by some of these um, governmental agencies and operatives. It has to be someone that they're very comfortable with, that is bringing the initiative forward,
Oh.
and then you get through. So you may want to reconsider some of your alliances when it comes to some of the presentations that you're bringing forward.
So, Tommy, what you're saying to me, I should bring a white guy from Canada or USA or United Kingdom who have an accent?
Maybe that would work, but what I'm thinking is that your best option is to partner with somebody who's in the loop.
Oh, okay. Oh, okay.
Let them be the face of the presentation.
Oh, okay, okay. So I could be just. I don't even have to go to the presentation, right?
You can go if you want to, but you don't have to. You're gonna go. Actually, you going would help because the person is gonna let it be known that you're partnering with him, and so you can do because he or she may not be able to present the project as well as you can. So therefore, you would be needed to do the presentation, the actual presentation. You'd be introduced as the partner.
All
But
right.
guys, I saw. I'll tell you guys a little bit. My voice is. Ooh. I saw a news item where they said a whole lot of elementary school children dropped off, and a lot of secondary school children drop out. Right? And I said to myself, who's going to catch them? What is going to become of those children? Anybody know?
I don't know, but there's some problems. There's some problems, obvious problems that needs to be addressed. There's I was reading for this year, or did I see it on the news? For this year, there were 39 juveniles arrested for serious crimes in Trinidad.
Mm. Mm.
You're talking about weapons, guns, and all of that too.
Mm.
Serious crimes.
But there's a whole lot of children that drop off, and I'm like, when they didn't pass common entrance back in my day, they would put them in a like what it's called a 6 standard class. You only remember that?
Yes.
And still try to school them and still try to farm them out to the schools that had spaces. But I think it's over 6,000 children, they said, that, just drop off drop out of school, including elementary and it's like SCA student. What's going to happen? I don't know.
Oh.
What's going to happen to them, Anselm?
It doesn't sound good at all.
Mm.
I think what is the purpose of the SCA?
Secondary entrance examination or something like that.
That's where to go to like prestige
Assessment.
or something.
Mm-hmm.
That's where to go to like Fatima or St. Mary's or that replaced the GC, right? Did it?
No, it replaced common entrance.
Or it replaced common entrance. Yeah.
But I think these tests at that stage of your education is a waste of time.
Yeah, because in the US, many schools you don't have to take the ACT or the SAT anymore.
No, you just look at your performance. You look at your track, your performance.
Yeah, your GPA. Because that test, that's why they have Kaplan and Princeton review. You understand? So you could take classes. I mean, my son and daughter took classes for it.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, to be honest with you, if the SAT was any indication, I would have never get into college. But when I came from Trinidad in 1977, and I took the SAT in 1978, it has some words in that thing I never see before. I didn't know there are them words in the dictionary.
Really?
I say, wait now, where this word come from? Just so? I graduated fourth in my class.
Mm-hmm.
You see? So that is what kind of helped me out. Because I didn't do good in the SAT. As a matter of fact, I couldn't take no class. My parents couldn't afford to send me to no class for the SAT. I got a book, and I used one book, and I studied for the SAT. That's how I did it.
That's how I did the SAT also.
Yeah,
There there was this feeling that I was gonna get sent back to high school, but no, they admitted me.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I took that book. I studied from that book. Trinidad Margot, welcome. I studied from that book, and that was it. That's all.
That's 73 for me.
And my first choice of schools to go to school was Brown University, Ivy League Brown University.
Yeah, well,
And
I started at Essex and then went to Rutgers.
yeah, the only reason why I didn't get in is because they had met their quota for people of color in the school.
Well, I had to do I had to do my GED, right? And when I did for the GED, they were telling me that,
GED, GED.
yeah, they wanted a high school diploma from me because I had the thick accent. And where they were sending me to like a place for Y to do they said I might need remedial classes. And I'm like, remedial who? What do you mean? You don't understand me when I speak? Because I was up in White Plains, New York, at a school called Rochambeau High School. And so my lady, I said, do you have a book that I can study from? And she said, yeah, but you have to come to classes because that's what I remember her telling me, you are non-English speaking. I said, well, hello? What do you mean I'm non-English? I said, Diana, don't get the people vexed. Take your book and go home and study. So I went home, and I study, practice the thing. And when I started doing the work in the GED, it's thing we do in fifth standard and fourth standard. You understand me, right?
Just changing gears a little. Nadia,
Huh?
Nadia says, Tommy, you feel so, Anselm? What
Yeah.
is she talking about? She's talking about the way for you to get into the door?
Well, I think she's talking about the UNCNP and everything.
Yeah,
You
Nadia.
know, nobody don't want to hear my story about my GED.
Yes, yes, yes. We
Why you
wanted
come
to
here?
go ahead, Storm.
Oh, don't get me vexed,
No, no, no.
Yeah.
We don't want to do
Nah,
that.
nah, I
So
can't talk. I can't talk strong. I'll buff you. I'll come to Jersey and look fair.
okay, don't.
Anyway,
Okay, I'm not gonna be buffed.
okay. Anyway, so I took the book and I went home and I studied. And then she said, "You're not taking remedial classes." I said, "No, I don't need a remedial class, and I speak in English." So when the day come the exam, she particularly had she eye on me at the center, right? Wherever we went. I said, well, I turned the book over and said, okay, you have to, yeah, it was math first, 2 days of math or a whole day of math, something like that, back in the day. I was like, and again, add 45 and 68, multiply 392. I'm just making up, but I don't remember the exact figures, right? Multiply 392 by 26. Subtract 5,000 and something from 8,000. I'm like, huh? Where's the challenge? And then they gave fractions. I was like, okay. And long division. I'm like, where the challenge is? Me see no challenge. So then the next day, I think the next day was social studies and English or something. So a comprehension. You had to read a passage and answer questions, right? But it was like a different way it was presented. So the first day of the math, I finished my thing first. And I put up my hand, I'm done. So she looked at me like, you're done already? I said, answer, let me see the sums. Let me see the thing they gave to do. I was like, what? And then the next day with the English, that's my forte. I was like, I do my English and my comprehension and my da-da-da-da-da. Then we had social studies or logic or something. Oh, yeah, you had patterns, something with patterns. And you had to figure out which one come next. Right? That gave me a little challenge, but I'll work with it. And I get my a couple of weeks later, and they mail me my pass mark. And my GED diploma,
Right.
I had to get before I even tried to attempt to apply to colleges.
Hmm.
Mhm.
I remember my mother had to do the GED to get accepted also.
Yeah, yep.
Yeah, I was fortunate. I went back to high school for 1 year.
I had my GED, boy.
So
And
yeah,
when you get to the college, they still give you another test. It's called a TAPE test, a TAPE or CAPE test, something like that. Right? I'm like, "Ah, okay. But they make it, you know what they do? They stereotype you because you have an accent, right? They think you're broken and you're backward.
that's true.
Yep.
Hmm.
They
Yep.
didn't know I was bright like a 90-watt bulb. And she made paper. I said, yeah, Dad, take that now.
Take that and cool it.
Oh, who they fooling? I need what? I need remedial English. And she's a Spanish speaking person, eh?
Hmm.
That's how it used to be. I experienced the same thing, and when I went back to school for 1 year, you know.
Yep.
Yeah. But I think, Tommy, I think
Hmm,
we could talk, and we could go from
hmm,
the ED to the common entrance to it. How
Hmm.
how the common entrance is dealt with in Trinidad, and why they have finally decided that they want to get rid of the SAT, because I think there was a study done at one of them Ivy League schools where they had
uh,
certain people
yeah.
will get into the school
Mhm.
because their parents was able to afford for them to go take SAT classes, and they scored very high on the SAT. And SAT was one of the main criteria in order for them to get into these Ivy League schools.
Mm,
So when
yeah.
they outlawed the SAT, it could kind of balance the playing field a little more.
Hmm.
Not to mean to say that the kids still can't go and get outside help, but we used to go to SAT classes and really used to help them significantly in scoring higher in the SAT.
And you remember in elementary school, you used to have three standard ones and three standard twos, and you remember that?
Yeah,
And the fastest, brightest students were in class one, and in the mediocre ones was in two, and the ones that's like snails were in three.
yeah. That's
I
like the
was,
Well,
I,
that's if you go to a big school.
I hear it.
If you go into a massive school, but my school was so small, it had one each.
I think my,
Well,
I think
I
my
remember that.
I think my school had one of these too.
And what they used to do at Fatima RC, they would bring the students from the second class and the third class around common entrance to sit with us in the first class to be side by side. So we would help them with whatever they were weak in.
I
Understand?
I don't
Sometimes you learn better from your peers than your teacher.
I,
Right.
I don't think separating people in classes is right though, because think
No,
about it this way, right?
that's what they used to do.
When you in high school,
Mhm.
separate classes, right? When you go to college, do they put you in any levels in college?
No.
Nope. When
Everybody,
you but when you graduate, you either do cum laude or magna.
listen to this.
That's
2 3 years after you graduate, nobody don't care what your GPA is.
Well, you nobody care if it's cum laude or mag. It's true.
Nobody don't
It's
care.
true.
Yeah. If
Yep.
I go to school and you get a 4.9 out of 4.0,
Oh,
I know you're doing that.
I get I get I get a 1.1 out of 3.0, right?
yep.
And after 3 years, all of we working on the job. Nobody don't ask where your GPA is.
No.
Nope.
Yeah?
When,
Nobody asking where your GPA
when
is.
I graduated, my GPA was 3.87.
Yeah, sometimes them thing on them is
That's
over.
it. Yep.
But Tony, I think
Hmm.
Nadia was saying
Mm.
with respect to how Vonnie Roberts told the UNC will treat me differently. And you are agreeing with Nadia. I think Nadia said, Tommy, you feel so. I think that's what she was talking about.
Yeah, I think I still think underdog would quote unquote underdog would would be more accommodating.
Mm.
And you see, Tommy, you just encourage people like Vonnie Roberts and them, you know. You understand? This is what he says. Tommy, you are correct. UNC is more friendly party than the PA. See what I'm telling you? You just encourage them. The UNC is more friendly party than the PNM. I was there before. You don't see how they treated their own Mr. Manning. They curse him off well. But funny, how they treating Vassan Barrett? How they treating Romana Ramdale? How they treating Faoud Khan? How they treating them fellas and them? Eh?
Well, remember they actually draw swords with with the
But I can remember, right? In all the schools I've been to in Barbados and Trinidad and Tobago, I never was a slow student, but I know students who are slow, and they remain slow, and they're slow adults. You know what I'm saying, right? And I said to myself, do they understand that perhaps this is not that child's forte, maybe something else they're interested in, and not, you know? I know,
academic.
yeah, and I know some students. They put me to sit down to do long division with, and they can't get the concept. They can't get it. You know?
But I think what I think is that some of the guidance counselors in the U.S. are, are, are very good at what they do.
Mm.
That's true. I was talking to my daughter the other day, and her guidance counselor guided her fantabulously well.
Yeah, because when I think about my guidance counselor
Yeah,
guiding me at an early stage in the 70s, getting me into computing and stuff, it was on point because I took to that like a duck to water.
See? See?
yeah, yeah. If you have a good guidance counselor, they can really guide you
Yeah.
to the right place, the right schools, and so on. She will know the right schools for you and thing. And they did a great job with my with my daughter in guiding her to schools that she
I
think.
I I wanted to be a broadcaster, a journalist, and they told me the world is not ready for my accent.
Eh?
Yep. I remember that, and that statement made to me. And then I said, so what am I going to study then? But I had nobody advocating for me. And
Right.
I was new to the US. I didn't understand customs. And I said, so what discipline are you going to put me in? She said, so she looked through my whole entry packet. It's have all, yeah. And she said, well, you did well. You did well in the math and arithmetic and stuff. She said, we're going to put you to accounting, right? Because you're good at figuring things out and a lot logistically connecting the dots. I said, but I don't want to be an accountant. I want to be a journalist. I want to write. I want to, I want to be a broadcaster. I want to write. I want to report the news. I want them to see the little black, little African girl. No, really ready. That's what I was told. So I was like, oh dear, my dream shattered. So I said, well, that's it. I did the boring accounting. Boring. Numbers are boring. Oh, because 2 and 2 always will make 4.
Hmm.
So I give it up. I did the associates. I had 6 months of broadcasting under my belt at that time, and radio announcing and TV production. How to splice a tape and thing. Back in the day, you had to splice, record and splice, right, Tommy? You know what I'm talking about, that?
Analog, yeah.
Yeah. You had to take the tape and splice it and put it together and make it sound like you ain't got to jump.
Listen, I know what a I know about that really well because I used to do a lot of recordings,
Yeah,
a lot of studio work, and in those days, that's what the engineers did. They splice, they cut and splice and all kinds of stuff.
yeah. So I had to do that. I had to do that. And I did the voiceover commercials. They said I speak well. I'm clear. My diction is clear. So I did that. But when it comes to they said to put me on an anchor station to be a broadcaster, I wouldn't get hired. I,
Wow.
I'm not thinking I could have gone to Canada or somewhere, that would be more embracing of my accent. But my dream was to go back to Barbados. I wasn't planning on staying here.
Oh well.
Yeah, it's what it is. But look now, look I'm on this station, and I'll be on different places, and they're understanding me, huh?
Yes, certainly they
So,
do. We do.
so, yeah. What Rennie said? I say I will have Diana singing opera, not bawling like Tarzan. Anselm, they starting up on me again. Huh? You
Have
see
you?
what you see what Rennie coming with? Lana, I'm coming along. My voice isn't as strong as it should be. And if I talk too much, I'm going to start coughing. So I'm not going to be here very, very long. And I'm dripping still nasally. It's flu, no joke. Thanks for asking. You see what Rennie said? Diana, one shot of my remedy, and you're singing opera.
Right.
When he say we'll have Diana singing opera, not bawling like Tarzan. Uh,
Uh,
uh, anyway, let me go and get a cup of tea. And some back. I'll be right back.
Okay, yeah. Okay, yeah, I'm back. So so Tommy,
yes, sir.
um, this is what Vonnie Roberts says. He was talking about Patrick Manning. They even put Obi on him, who was more P&M than Manning, than anyone who were in the present P&M. And some you can doubt that. I don't know they put Obi on Manning. You know that, Tommy?
No, I know he was he demised his own situation the most.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Yeah. Vonnie says another another fiction. Nadia Anselm would defend P&M in his dying bed. His very own in the P&M station just cuss him off. Okay. That UNC just cuss him off too. Oh God. What difference does it make? For Bonnie Roberts answer me, should go to Babe and try to assist Farley, giving him your ideas. See if he will listen to you. Yeah, you go listen to me. Yeah, he
He's
said,
a youth. He's a youth. He'd be more up to new ideas and you know
What? What?
transformational thoughts.
no,
What's the? Huh?
no, I think Bonnie, I understand. You know who I'm referring to, not your family. It was the P&M comrades. No, no, I know that. I was just saying that. Bonnie said, don't forget soon I'll be in New York and send me a photo of the bedroom, living room, etc. I'll be staying in. Bonnie, Bonnie, you gotta stay in the basement, just like how I just stay in the basement.
And you put them in the kennel with the dog.
And yes, I put the dog name is not Bonnie. You know what I mean?
You can't stay nowhere with Stormy, because Stormy likes his space.
Uh, can anyone in the panel grade the P&M from 1 to 10? Yeah? Trinidad Margot said another PEP initiative. Which one is that? What Trinidad Margot, what is that which PEP initiative you're talking about? Tommy Stone on Wall Street. What's PEP initiative Trinidad Margot? Bonnie say waiting. Diana,
Uh,
Rennie said Dr. Love could fix your throat. Listen to this. The man, you say one shot of my remedy and you're singing.
Singing opera.
Oh God. Oh God. Diana, I know you always told me you wanted to sing opera.
I am not paying Rennie any man. And Rennie better watch himself or I'll come to him and bite him.
Get
Huh.
the man a little call now, man. Call the man now, man.
I'll bite him, that's what I'll do.
Lana, good night. Good night. Good
Good
night.
night, Lana.
Lana said, oh, Anselm dress up, so. Yeah?
He
Diana,
go on a date.
evening
He go
nice.
on a date.
Yes? Yeah, they're doing it. Yes, Anselm, they do it in college also. What is that, boy?
Oh, Lord.
Diana, how you feeling tonight? Oh, okay. I understand. Being a guidance counselor, you must love what you do, be passionate about it, so you'll definitely make a mark of positivity at anyone you try to help. Yeah?
But we didn't have no guidance counselor back in our day in school. You know about any
Now,
guidance counselor?
now
Not
we
in
did.
Trinidad.
No, we didn't have none back in our day in high school. You
In
take
America,
where you get.
yeah, in America.
If you
Let's
get
see.
into trouble, you would go see the dean of boys or the dean of girls, right?
I don't even know. I didn't get in trouble in school. The
But,
prefect take it.
but I got into trouble. I no shame in my game.
Yeah, the prefect get
I
rid
get
of it.
into plenty trouble.
Vonnie says, Rennie says, Vonnie, I say I'll have Diana singing opera, not bowling like Tarzan.
Hmm.
Miss Cuva, welcome. Good night, everyone in the village. I missed you on Tuesday. I want to know if it's HDD. Miss Cuva like this HDD, boy.
Good night, Miss Cooper.
Good night, Miss Cuva. Who went to
School like
Tobago?
bacchanal.
Who went to Tobago to do Obi and Manon? I don't know.
Ooh.
I don't have that details. Oh. The SEA abolishment. Trinidad Margot said she had said okay, Trinidad Margot. I get it now. Another PEP initiative was the abolishment of the SEA. Okay, Trinidad Margot. I was to put one on one together.
Yeah.
So what she's saying is that Philip Edward Alexander, right?
Proposes to abolish SCA.
Yeah.
It's a good idea. It's a good idea.
It's a good idea.
It's time that they dump that.
Yeah.
It's time that they dump that SCA, that whole SCA scheme business.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
just,
I agree with that. I totally agree with that. Full 100. So I wanted to play. I wanted to play just part of the video with former president of Trinidad and Tobago Olympic Committee talking about he was in Jamaica at Champs in Jamaica, track and field champs, one of the biggest track meet in the world for high school athletes. Big. And I, for the life of me, I cannot understand how Trinidad and Tobago are so, how do you call it, boy? Maybe brain dead in trying to understand that.
Hey, Anselm, nobody lives there.
So let's take a quick listen to this. I'm not going to play the whole.
All right, so we're continuing now with track and field on the Sports Snack Zone. It's no secret that Jamaica's high school champs attracts the attention of many across the globe. Some of them get the chance to come to the land of wood and water to experience the atmosphere and see the talent up close and personal. One such person is former president of the Caribbean Association of National Olympic Committees, CANOC, Brian Lewis. He joins us in studio. Good afternoon. It's a pleasure to have you here live.
Thank you very much. It's a pleasure to be here in Jamaica.
Yeah, land of wood and water. So how was the experience at Champs? You've been here before for Champs, right?
Yeah, but long enough that it was almost like coming for the first time. It was awesome. Champs has kind of grown in its stature to outside the Caribbean now with different athletes from different countries, especially within Cannock. It was awesome. I mean, I was hearing some of the comments before I came on there in the room, but as an outsider looking in, I mean, it's awesome. It's probably it's a fantastic reality show. It's tremendous theater on television. It's something you all shouldn't take for granted. Keith Wellington and his crew, fantastic. They really opened the door for us, the Trinidad and Tobago delegation, but of course, because it's ministry related, I can't get into the specific. That's for the ministers.
Yeah, understand. Yeah. And what I felt also very, very proud about is we had Trini athletes walking away with.
Tommy, I just realized something. He just said something there, right? You notice he said it was ministry related, right?
Yeah.
So it appears that he was there on behalf of the Ministry of Sport.
That's right.
Right.
Okay.
So then all right. So I get it now. It makes a little more sense now. So let's continue this. It makes a little more sense.
Gold medals. It felt good to see them come into Jamaica and able to get a gold medal.
I think that's fantastic. Now, a very important point that we take for granted. There has been such traditional rivalry, for sure, between the red, black, and white and Jamaica.
Yeah.
And it shows the power of sport and that the role that sport is playing now beyond just the field, that you have Trinidad and Tobago, Jamaica reaching out to the other countries to share its knowledge. They are so confident. They're so confident in their ability,
and they're really
that they're not worried about opening their doors to competition. I think that's absolutely fantastic.
Yeah. Can you compare for us your experience at Champs over the weekend with the Trinidad and Tobago Secondary Schools Championship? Because in the Caribbean, because our sporting infrastructure is underdeveloped, a lot of our countries depend on school sports to actually play that embryonic role in developing athletes to high levels. I know Grenada has a very big schools championship. The Barbadian school championship is also big. TNT school championship, I've never got the impression that it has been that big an event on the calendar.
Oh, no.
No, he's right.
It's chalk and cheese.
I usually am.
It's chalk and cheese in terms of track and field.
Track and field, yes. I know the football is pretty big.
If I have to draw a comparison, it would be the intercol football.
Yes.
But certainly track and field, it's, I mean, one for sure, they don't get the kind of crowds that you get, the interest, because track and field in particular in Trinidad and Tobago, and that has been the subject of intense discussions the last 5 days, is club. So you have the clubs at the top of the pyramid. Yeah. Here in Jamaica, from what we have seen, it's really from the high schools, the school.
Sorry, man, making excuse already. Man making excuse about the club, this and there are club here in US too, and they have big high school meets in New Jersey here, just in New Jersey. They have clubs all around New Jersey, and they have big. There's a meet in New Jersey. They call it Meet Champion, right? I mean, just in Essex County alone, right? They have the Essex County Championship, big. So that's why I send them a letter, man. Exclusive.
Schools themselves, the school system,
I'm talking
the
about
alumni,
preschool.
it could actually run without government.
Yeah.
And that's what's fantastic about it. It's such a long and powerful history.
Yeah.
It's absolutely fantastic. I said, of course, there are always things that can improve. But I want to say this. What I appreciate with Keith Wellington and ISSA is their emphasis on athlete welfare, recognizing that they're dealing with teenagers. So I know that the efforts to adjust the program is aimed at that.
Yeah. I know that Atto Bolden, who had served briefly, I would say, as a senator in Trinidad and Tobago, probably about 10 years ago, has had a lot to say about Trinidad and Tobago's lack of foresight in developing its track and field. I know, based on your role,
go ahead.
Your role as an Olympic committee man, the specific sport track and field is not directly under your portfolio. But what are your views on Atto Bolden's continued criticism of Trinidad and Tobago's athletics administration and its, I would have to say, lack of success, because things haven't been as good as we have seen it in the past?
Well, everything goes in transition, ebb and flow. Trinidad and Tobago as a society on the whole is going through its challenges now. And what you see with track and field and sports is a reflection of where Trinidad and Tobago is at now. So let Lisa, to not be accused of dodging the question. All criticisms are valid. It keeps...
You know, he don't want to be accused of dodging the question. And then he dodged the question. Oh God, Brian. That's why I had to send him a note. I had to send him a note, man.
The administrators on their toes. But the Trinidad, it's easy from the outside looking in to give constructive criticism. But
Atto was
really
not
happens,
on the outside, was he?
Huh?
Atto Bolden wasn't on the outside looking in, was he?
No, I say that, and I say that without Atto Bolden is tremendously respected. What I'm saying is, in terms of the day-to-day runnings of what goes on in track and field in Trinidad and Tobago, I mean, there are a lot of old traditional habits and mindset that has worked over the years in some people's minds. And, you know, it's just a matter of conversation and discussion. I'm a big believer in nothing happens before its time. And Trinidad and Tobago for years suffered a significant case of affluenza. You know, money was flowing in the economy in however ways. There are lots of distractions outside of football, cricket.
Yeah.
A lot of young people have distractions. Crime is a significant issue. There are a lot of socio-cultural issues for Trinidad and Tobago that is sort of new and causing a problem.
But admittedly, Brian, as far as facilities would be concerned, I think Trinidad and Tobago is the envy of a lot of other CARICOM countries regarding the athletes and what they have to train with. I know your cycling velodrome is regarded as one of the best in the hemisphere, not just in the Caribbean, in the entire hemisphere. Yeah. You have more high-quality football stadia than anywhere else in CARICOM, and facilities-wise, probably because of the affluence that you spoke of earlier on, Trinidad and Tobago is not short on that. So I think looking on from the outside, there are questions about why isn't TNT having more success in sport.
Yeah, people expect better.
Facilities don't win medals.
I know that.
Right, so
but
that...
it then...
Yeah, we are back with you. You hear that?
Yeah, facility don't win medals.
Facility don't win medals. You hear that?
Yeah, but they spend the money to put infrastructure in place and what?
You don't win medals. They win medals. Just sitting down, like sit down there. You know, I remember, right? In order to go and train in Hazy Crawford Stadium, which is the only in Port of Spain, if you live in Port of Spain and environment, right? It's like it's spinning top in mud. And listen to this. The only other track they have in Port of Spain is to go up in the savannah. Maybe you could go to QRC or Fatima or one of them, they have a grass track. But the savannah, where most poor, disadvantaged people are to go and train, it's like a canal.
It's a disaster for training.
Disaster for training. It's like a canal, and them poor kids. That's why them kids will be busting up their ankle, all kind of thing. It's a canal. Yeah, and you talking about, you see, that's why when they put them politicians in them kind of position, and you the man asks him
some pointed questions.
Pointed question. And the man shift the goalpost like if he playing for the Soca Warriors.
Yeah, he just keep dodging.
He keep dodging, and he admit that he said, I don't want you to think I'm dodging the questions. But you see, he's there on behalf of the ministry. The ministry paid his way through there. So he had to bob and weep. You know? And that is why we where we are today. You know?
And you have Square pegs in round hole.
Wrong pegs in square holes.
I said square pegs in round hole.
The thing is that our neighbors clearly see what's going on with us.
Clearly. They know what's going on with us. We having character coming up. Cutting character started. I want to see the results of character. I want to see how Trinidad going to do at the character games. Now, all in mind here, I represented Trinidad in 1978 character. I got a bronze medal in the 800. Right? For Trinidad. And I was the first foreign-based athlete to run for Trinidad in character games. You understand? And it was in Bahamas.
How come I never hear about you? How come I never hear about you?
No. Because you were from Tanapuna.
Hello?
You're from Tanapuna, and up that side, you don't hear about people from Chumaka.
I'm from St. Augustine.
Well,
I never hear about you.
In St. Augustine, close to Tanapuna?
I never hear about Chumaka. I never hear about you.
Well, that's what I'm telling you. If you hear about Chumaka, you hear with me. But anybody from Barataria and Dong, going to Port of Spain, know about me. Judy, welcome. Judy said,
I know. I hear about Hazy Crawford.
No, but
I never hear about no Anselm LeBon.
Oh, everybody hear about Hazy Crawford.
I never hear Trinidadian with your last name neither. So that is questionable. So I don't find out where you from in true. You sound like you're a Haitian.
No, but go up in Tobago, go in Roxborough, and ask
you
them.
Sound like you're a Haitian.
No, it's our French last name.
I had to find out. You have an ID card?
Oh my goodness.
I'm not going inside and get it. I go show it. All I go show them. I go show them. Judy says, "Blessed evening, village host Anselm, Diana, and Tommy. Universal blessing, guidance to you and yours." Capiza says, "You can't graze goat on turf."
They can't raise goat on what?
On turf.
I don't know, Capiza, right? I don't know. Judy says, Anselm, that color take you well. Oh, the yellow? Yeah. Yellow take. When I go out, them people see me yellow, well, see me from far.
Yeah, yellow you wearing. Yeah, that is a UNC tonight.
Yeah, Capiza, you're right, Gary Griffith actually put in a turf field for the police.
He put in a what?
Turf field for police and down in the barracks.
Oh.
No, yeah, Capiza, you're right. That must be the first right thing you said in the last 6 months.
Oh, Lord.
Yeah, Rennie said, Judy looking like real UNC, boy. Oh, God, all I like to see color, boy. All good, Judy says, good evening to my village family.
Yeah, it's Richie party because they didn't give the building in Chumaka.
Yeah. Capiza said, Anselm Rowley have Gary Sobers. What are you talking about?
They didn't give him the building in Chumaka. So he done with the red shirt people.
The building either being demolished, man, and a contractor from up Chumaka Claventil get it work. You understand? So they should be happy that.
But what are they gonna put there?
No, I think they're gonna break it down.
Mm. Okay.
Judy says Trinis don't know to embrace God's blessing.
Nope.
Mr. Trinis shouldn't be envious of other sports nations. Trinis don't put enough effort in sports and take pride like all other nations. Judy girl, you preach. Judy, you preach, Judy.
Trinis take everything for granted. Everything.
Yeah, let me tell you this. Brian Lara is in a I go show that Brian Lara was interviewed by Piers. What's his name? Piers Morgan.
Piers Morgan, yeah.
A big interview. Big.
Yeah, I saw it.
Yeah. And he asked Brian Lara, boy, you must be revered in your country. Brian Lara said, you mad.
Brian said nobody don't listen when he walking down the street.
Yeah. Nobody don't pay him no attention when he walking down the street. And listen, it's the truth. I remember one day I going down Charlotte Street or something. And I see David Rudder walking down the place. I said, David, is that you? He said, yeah. I said, you David Rudder, right? He said, yeah. I said, man, can we take a selfie together? The man shocked. He's shocked. Because we in Trinidad, boy, we don't have no celebrities, you know.
But there's some of them celebrities, they're snooty, you know. You don't know how to approach them.
Any one of them I see, I just approach him. I approach David Rudder.
I find some of them snooty.
Nah, I saw
I say all, I say some.
No, I saw Booksy Sharp at the 2006 World Cup. Right? I went over him and said, Booksy, boy, how you going, boy? Yeah? But Robert, don't take on Wall Street. We need proof. Need proof for what? You know what?
When I was in Tobago, Larry Joseph didn't snub me. And I was surprised at the reception that Gypsy gave me.
Yeah.
He was very engaging and welcoming and hugged, and he took a selfie with me.
Diana, I want to do something quick. Vonnie Roberts, don't take on Wall Street. We need proof. Let me show Vonnie Roberts something. What is see on the screen there? What does it say, Tommy?
Sports Development Academy, SDA. It says business presentation.
Okay, you see, Vonnie, if it's one thing, let me go through it and see. Right? Principal members, Anselm Born, John Marshall. What is Sports Development Academy? More about Sports Development Academy. Principles. What sports are included? Right? Crime Reduction Initiative. Whoa! It's about Crime Reduction Initiative in it too. How Sports Development Academy works. Right? How Sports Development Academy works continue. Relationships. Technology. Recruit database example. People. A SWOT analysis, strength, weaknesses, opportunities, and threats. Whoa! United States of America integration. What? America and Trinidad integrating with each other. What? Trinidad and Tobago youth. What is that? Youth what? Youth are missing out. Bonnie. What does SDA help? Why does SDA? This is the why. Remember we talked about why? All right, funny. Why does SDA help students? Why does SDA help student athletes? Whoa. And look at this, watch this.
2015.
This was Vonnie. Look at Vonnie. It was specially prepared for the.
Anselm, top of the hour.
I know. I'm gonna finish this. It was special. Let's see. You see what it says? Let's do this together. You see? So Vonnie. Don't worry, Vonnie, boy. We still partners. It's the same thing with presentation for the UN, but it had UNC initiatives in it. So folks, it's in the village to the DAT Triplets on WZYE 95.9 FM. Stick and say, it's Diana, Anselm, Tommy, and you in the village to the DAT Triplets. We'll be right back.
You're listening to WZYE 95.9 FM. You are listening to WZYE 95.9 FM, the most influential name in Caribbean radio in the tri-state area. Broadcasting from East Orange, New Jersey, the most influential name in Caribbean radio. WZYE 95.9.
course, we are back with you. It's in the village with the DAT Triplets on WZYE 95.9 FM. And yes, folks, we just can't go on this way. We can't go on this way. Yeah? So let me read something from any chat here. One he says, Storm, just let him talk. He can't talk in his house, so leave him, Storm. I'm sorry for him. His own forsake him. All right. Judy, give me some kind of emojis there. Anselm, if Kapisa to get the contract, I would have used dynamite. Okay? Dynamite. What's that? Okay. Anselm, your 1 billion, put out your millions on serious. Not you can do a fundraising to build your Wall Street empowerment. Yeah. We could do a fundraiser. Judy is so right.
But Anselm, I see Jew cooking food. He's a chef now.
No, I didn't see it.
I shared it in there between us, I think. He was there making dumplings. He cooking in Port of Spain. Yeah.
He's still around?
Oh. That's a low blow.
He's still around.
Yeah, he's still around. I don't know. He's still in existence.
Yeah. He's cooking food. And he was praying, I think, for people. Praying. Yeah, some young people. Yeah.
Well, these days he's in the business of rubbishing Fali and his new party.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, because I have to say that what I saw there on Tuesday, it seemed like it was a good representation of people of Tobago.
True.
And Fali is living up to his expectation as a transformational leader. Because go ahead, Tommy.
Yeah, he has actually involved the public in his affair and not trying to be one man and his dog on a street light or something like that.
Now I want you all to listen to this. Listen to the jabs that Fali sent towards Watson Duke, right?
Whoa.
Listen to this.
Interim political leader of the new party, Fali Augustine, said another meeting is scheduled for April 17th for the people to formalize the process.
To those looking on through the media who is here, we have shortlisted several names, and I mean several. We came from hundreds submitted online down to at least 11, and we're narrowing down to 5. And there is a team of 5 that was selected by this audience who will sit and refine and return here on the 17th of April, when we will take the final vote on name and symbol, and we'll be able to reveal that to the public.
Mr. Augustine said he would not be the one visiting the Elections and Boundaries Commission to register the new political party.
The party will appoint somebody to go and register the name and the symbol, and the party's constitution will make it clear that the name and the symbol belongs to the party and not to any individual.
Furthermore, he said, this party is not a one-man show.
It must never happen again in the Tobago space where someone can say, I am the owner, get out. What must happen is that you, the people, must say, we are the owner, you get out.
And with PDP leader Watson Duke not a part of this process, Mr. Augustine is inviting all who wish to be a part to, in his words, rock and come in.
I know some of you in the past told me, Fali, I love you, but I can't support because I can't support anything that man they're in. You were probably right, and I was wrong, but now it's time to come in. You have no more excuses.
Elizabeth Williams, TV6 News.
Oh, God.
Wow.
The man sent 3 nice jobs.
Wow.
Oh God. You know, I gotta give him credit to the very diplomatic jazz. The man ain't calling name.
Now you come there. So them not he can't he ain't supporting nothing that man there in.
Oh God. Hey Judy, we don't know the name of the party yet. On the 21st. And Judy, you know what? Judy, I am gonna go out of my way to make sure we get Fali here. I think we have to do that. I'm gonna tell Pastor Baines, Fali owe us dearly. You need to come as soon as possible. I will send him a message.
You don't want them you want them before the parties
I don't care.
registered or after?
I don't care. I just want him to come. We go ask him.
Hmm.
Come, we go ask him. What's the name of the party? We go make up a name and we go tell him somebody tell me that is the name of the party.
Hmm. That wouldn't be nice.
Yeah. We go tell him the fella who had the dog by the lamppost, who formed his own party. He tell me
On that street light.
yeah, the fella who was under the street light tell me the name of the party.
Yeah.
One man and his dog went to Moore Meadow.
Yeah. We go tell him the man and his dog. Oh God. Yeah, yeah. Daniel said yes, Anselm. Yeah. And Trinidad Margot says they are doing something amazing. Dr. Faith and Fali are strong and deal with authority. Looking forward to their success in the next 2 years. Now I'm going to say this, right? If, and I'm saying if, but first of all, the first advice I will give, everyone here about, so the church helping you, laugh out loud, SDA, Seventh-day Adventist. Everything should have that thing and make a joke. Oh God. Diana, you correct so-called Chinese celebrities follow themselves. Right? So, listen to this, No, I was just reading something. It's on the screen. I was just saying something, If, and this is the 1% in Fali, and I tell you, we all have that 90% and the 1%, right? And you can't judge him based on the 1%, right? People complain that he doesn't answer his phone. That is totally accurate. Right, Anna?
Yeah, but I mean, Anselm, you have to understand that what's the population? What's the people? All these people calling him direct. You need to go through a flow, a protocol, or something. Maybe don't answer his phone, but he would answer the call. You understand what I'm saying? If you make a complaint or you lodge a concern, he would answer the call of the concern. He may not answer his phone.
No, but Diana, here's the concern. And this is the 1%. The concern is that he used to answer his phone before the election. Right? And certain people can reach him at their convenience. Or I'm talking about people who I know used to call him before. And now they call him, he don't answer his phone.
Let me ask you something. Dr. Rowley just answer his phone.
Well, let me say this. I used to text Dr. Rowley and he would text me back.
Hey, the operative word, used to.
No, but yeah, being honest.
Yeah, but
now, Stormy chasing the girlfriend. Stormy have a woman.
what's going on is that things change, Anselm. We can't put that kind of stress on Fali at this point to answer all the calls that he probably gets so many calls that he has to screen them.
And, and Tommy, that's why I say that. That's why I give Hailey the 10% of the one, and I give Fali the 10% of the one that, you are allowed to have that as something people can say about you. But that doesn't represent the 90%. You see? The other 90% good things he's doing, you're not going to hear about that, but you're going to hear about the 1% that makes it 10 that he's not doing. Like I can't reach him, I can't reach him. I mean,
but Anselm, I look. I don't believe, unless, let me see if I can get a bit of coffee. Unless it is a dire emergency, something exploded, the men trapped on the ground. So I don't think we should be calling Mr. Farley phone just so. We should go through the protocols. I think so. If I was in charge of something, I would delegate individuals to handle my calls and escalate them accordingly.
No, Diana, I disagree.
But that is you. You think, Anselm, let me tell you something. I don't want to call. Let me tell you something. I worked in call centers. Okay? I took over maybe 180 calls a day. I don't want anybody calling me, so if I'm in charge of something, calling me. No, go through the protocol. Like I said, if it is an emergency, a house slip on a thing, or there's a land slip. So yeah, but regular Joe Schmo just calling you. No, go through the various um, places and protocol and let them escalate it accordingly. Calling me all day and night. So no, I don't agree with that. I don't agree with that at all. Can you call Joe Biden or your governor and you answer your phone here or your mayor? No.
Let me say this. If I supported you and I was considered to be like a confidant for you during the campaign, and when you get elected, you stop taking my calls, that is problematic.
That's a personal issue. I thought you were talking about the populace.
No, Diana, come on. How I go expect that man to answer everybody that calls?
Oh, well, I was defending that. Maybe people fall out. Maybe people fall out. I don't know why.
But that's crazy for anybody. For anybody to come and say that every call come to your phone, you should answer it.
Nah. But I'll tell you all something. Me, after I done a certain time in the night, I just turn mine off. I don't answer no call. I turn it off.
You're not
That's it.
You're not a politician.
No, you got stupid people calling me about this, that. No, I turn off mine. I have a spare phone. I used to play my games on.
You're not a politician. Politicians should not turn their phones off.
I answer no phone. No, all the no, unless it's an emergency. We'll call Joe Biden and see if he can answer the phone there.
No, I don't have no relationship with Joe Biden. Why am I don't have no relationship with him? But
you say politicians should answer their phone.
So they should not turn off their phone.
Yeah.
No, because there's a politician elected by the people.
Go through the protocol. You delegate people to take calls certain days of the week. Yeah, you get a number. You forward your call to your phone to that number. And let that person there. And if it's needed, then they escalate to another unknown number. But I have people calling you. Nah, people take advantage of you.
And don't become a politician.
Nah, I don't want to be. They're not gonna like me because I'm too straightforward.
See, that's why you're not a politician and you don't have the idea.
Yeah, I have no aspirations because my mouth ain't no cover and I too direct. And they're not gonna like me. Good.
Denise, welcome. I think Trinidad Margot said she wanted to say, Tommy, I agree with Tommy, I meant. That's what she wanted to say. Tommy, boy, plenty people are agreeing with you these days, boy.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, boy, you're very agreeable. Judy says Farley should have a secretary taking his calls.
Thank you.
Listen.
He has an assistant, I think. What's his name? Ed, something like that?
Yeah?
I'm not answering my phone. Yeah. I don't have children. Yeah, so when I look at my phone and I see a number, I don't feel like answering it. I don't answer it. It could ring all day, all night. Then I answer it. No?
Well? Oh. You know something? I want to show you guys two things, right? I want to show this is in Ghana, right? Watch this. This is in Ghana, right? I want you all to see this. Ghana is considered to be a third world country, right?
Developing nation, yeah.
A developing nation. There we go.
Who guy?
This is the Pokwase Interchange. It's Ghana's first four-tier interchange located on the Accra and Sawam Highway. It was commissioned by President Nana Akufo-Addo. Construction began in 2018 and was completed in 2021. It became the largest four-tier interchange in West Africa after completion. This interchange is estimated to cost about $94 million, which was funded by the African Development Bank and the government of Ghana. Don't forget to leave a comment, like, and share this video. Follow us for more content.
Okay.
We have a highway like that in Trinidad, right?
Yeah.
What is that, Solomon Hochoy Highway?
Under the sea.
Tell me what he's going to say.
It's more sophisticated than Trinidad's highway.
We also have plenty traffic in Trinidad, right?
Plenty.
All right, I want you all to see this. Watch this. Watch this. So that is the highway in Ghana, right? Watch this. Yeah? You see, because sometimes, what is that? You don't know how bad it is. You don't have no shoes when you see a man with no feet. What causes traffic like that in Ghana and similar traffic like that in Trinidad and Tobago?
Maybe not too many tertiary. I don't know, and perhaps like everything they need to do is located in the same direction. You got to go see about a passport. You got to go here. They got to go see about it. Same location. They got to, it's like everybody go in the same direction to do everything.
Several reasons creates traffic backup.
Yep.
First one is bottlenecking.
Yep.
When you empty in 4 lanes into 1 lane and 2 lane. Second one is accidents.
And what causes the bottlenecking? Because everybody go in the same direction to do the same thing. They don't have the services spread out all over.
And the third one is when you have major roadways with plenty of lights on it.
Yep.
That's,
And the size of the lanes too. And the crevices, I can't call them pothole no more. Crevices. Precipices in the road. People have to dodge and you have to slow your vehicle down.
Craters.
Yeah, call them craters then. Huh?
But sometimes we just think it's only Trinidad and Tobago have serious traffic, right?
But to move away from the crater, they all gone on a secondary road and block up that road.
There are times when certain roads in the U.S., right there in New Jersey, especially summertime, going towards the shore, forget about it.
That Jersey Turnpike, right? Everybody go in there.
And listen, the Holland Tunnel or the Lincoln Tunnel.
Right. Well, with the removal of the toll collectors, we get better flow now at the tunnels.
Yes, absolutely. Yes, you still get caught up in traffic. I went through the Lincoln Tunnel the other day. It took me about 45 minutes just to go through that Lincoln Tunnel.
How much time it took you?
45 minutes. Just to go through the Lincoln Tunnel. The thing back up. And listen.
What time of day was it?
I was like in the evening, man.
Yeah, everybody's going to Manhattan for entertainment or otherwise.
Yeah. It's like crazy, right? But folks, we have a new happening here in America just this past week. 45 was indicted on 34 counts.
Right.
And there's a new meaning for MAGA now. You know the MAGA hat?
Make America great again.
Yeah, it's not make America great again.
Yeah.
It's a new meaning.
Yes.
Yeah. That's a new meaning there on the screen. It's not to change it now. Yeah? My ass got arrested.
Yep.
Yeah?
Could you imagine his ratings started soaring when he got arrested?
This country think it easy. It's not easy. Nadia says, Anselm, I agree with you. But the people put you there. Yeah, the people put you there. Yeah. If I put you there, right? I ain't put you there to go to sleep. Yeah, you could go and sleep, but turn off your phone? Nah, you can't turn off your phone. Yeah? You can't turn off your phone. You can't turn off your phone. You can't do that. You ain't supposed to turn off your phone. What is it?
I'm so indicted, and I just can't hide it. I'm about to go to jail.
Yeah. I just got at it, Denise. Oh, so listen to this, eh? We have a big controversy here in the United States of America. Big. And the controversy is, so there was recently NCAA Women's Championship, where LSU, a predominantly team made up of black women, beat a team, an Iowa team. All right, let me try and do this. Hold on, guys, 1 minute. Very good, guys. I'm back. Very good. So, an African team, Louisiana State University won their first women's NCAA championship, a predominantly black women's team. An Iowa team, a predominantly white team, lost to LSU. Normally, the tradition is the team that wins gets invited to the White House by the president.
That's right.
That's always been the way it's never changed. It's never changed. That's just the way it is done.
That's the protocol.
That is the protocol. However, for the first time in the history of any championship, the president's wife decided she wants to invite the losing team to come to the White House. Right? And LSU decided that, well, if you're going to invite the loser to the White House, they're going to come by themselves. We're not going to the White House. Right? So what has happened is that the vice president's wife had to walk back a statement regarding inviting the team.
No, the vice president have a husband. You're talking about the president's wife.
Thank you very much. Tommy, thank you very much.
Lady, sparking a little bit of controversy, if you can call it that. As you said, she attended the NCAA championship game on Sunday. And then after LSU won, she said this. Take a listen.
I know we'll have the champions come to the White House. We always do. So, you know, we'll have LSU come. But you know what? I'm going to tell Joe, I think Iowa should come too, because they played such a good game. So, right? So winners and losers, that's sportsmanship. That's good sportsmanship.
It is, of course, tradition for the champions to be invited to the White House, but it is not typical for the losing team to get that invitation as well. So that suggestion from the First Lady not sitting well with some people, including LSU star player Angel Reese, who said on Twitter that this suggestion was a joke. Now, a spokesperson for the First Lady has since offered a clarification of sorts, saying that Jill Biden's comments were intended to applaud the historic game and all women athletes. She looks forward to celebrating the LSU Tigers on their championship win at the White House. Now, as you know, Angel Reese had already been in the headlines for making a certain hand gesture during the game at an Iowa player, and that has caused some debate about whether she has been subjected to a double standard based on her race. So this game really making a bunch of headlines for reasons not really related to the game itself, Sarah.
Now, the thing about it is that, I mean, it's so, let's say she didn't know about, well, she knew about the tradition, right? Because she mentioned it, right? Right?
Right.
What's the purpose of inviting the loser to come to the White House? What's the purpose? I mean, help me here, guys. Maybe I'm missing something.
I think we all are missing something here on this one.
What's the purpose of trying to invite the loser? They lost.
Reward them for losing.
It wasn't even close. It was by 17 or more points. What good game? 17. You lose by 17 points, and that is a good game. That's such a. And the young lady from LSU is absolutely right. It's a big joke. It's a joke. It's a joke. But it's sad to say that when Jill looked at one team, she saw a representation of her. And when she looked at the other team, she didn't see a representation of her. And she was out trying to make up for the loss that Iowa had in that game. They lost by like 17 or more points. What good game? When there's a good game and you lose by 17 points?
Never.
Which game she was looking at?
Yes.
And that is part of the problem. Now she had to walk it back. She had to walk it back. She had to walk it back. Yeah? You must have to walk it back.
Yep.
You want them losers to come to the and the audacity of her to suggest it. I'm gonna tell Joe that it was such a good game that I like Iowa to come to the White House as well. I can tell all it is. If I was LSU and I was the coach, we ain't going to no White House.
As long as Iowa is invited and they're coming.
But you know, Tommy, if we go into the White House, I don't want to see the president's wife. No, I don't want to see her.
Why you don't want to see the president?
I want to see. I could see where no, that's protocol. We had to see the president, but I don't want to see the wife.
Well, you don't want to see his wife?
No, I don't want to see her.
Why not?
Because you really didn't appreciate what we did. Ooh. You didn't appreciate what we did. You wanted to take away from what we did by inviting them to the White House. So you know what? You go with them. Go and appreciate them. That didn't make no sense. No sense. And she had also walked it back. She had to. Curtis Monteshad, welcome. Julie said that's a big embarrassment. She disgusting us first. She just showed true color. She did.
Yep.
What happened? Enlighten me now. I don't know.
Okay, so what happened is this. There was the NCAA women's basketball tournament.
Okay, there.
By Louisiana State University.
LSU,
For the first time, they won the NCAA women's championship.
Yep.
And the protocol is normally for the team that wins, they get invited to the White House. So the president's wife decided, she went on a podium and she decided that she's going to tell her husband he should invite Iowa now to the champion, to the White House, even though they lost because they played well in the final.
Oh.
You know, it's have something you go to and your kids come like 20 out of 20 and they get them a performance trophy.
Uh-huh.
Right? Boy, if my kid come 20 out and get him, I smash that trophy, but
Mm-hmm.
I go back in Blamantine and throw it in the latrine.
Oh.
What? So now you just got trophy for competing. That's what we come into.
But as far as I know, and then I'm gonna go off the show. As far as I know, there's some kind of beef between the two players. One girl taunting the other girl about a ring.
No, but that had nothing to do with the inviter.
Well, some people are saying this is what I gathered. Some people are saying that the black girl that was showing her hand, but the white girl showed her also. Her hand she's classless, and I'm like, what disintegrating into this now?
Yeah,
I mean,
and I didn't even want to go there because again,
there's rivalry in sports, and if rivalry is usually it could be friendly, it could not be. You know, boxers taunt each other. You know what I mean? So I don't know what they're reading into it.
well, that was very straightforward. When the white girl do it, it was considered to be okay.
And when the black girl do it, it says classless. I'm like,
that's just the way. Plain talk, bad manners. You understand? And not only that, but the young lady from LSU say, you know what? We're gonna send Obama a note and see if we could go by the Obamas.
Oh.
They don't send them a note. They want to say if we could visit the Obamas, you know? Yeah. Yeah, I mean it you see how things just get watered down easily. You know, your biggest occasion in sports, right, could have been was minimized by you trying to do something else. You know, when you basically need to stay in your lane. You know what I mean? She went to the Olympics and she run out she lane and she get disqualified. So she ended up having to walk it back. So I'm glad for she. I'm glad she walked it back. You know, because it. And this last one, and then before you go, this one. Now this one is a transgender athlete, a young lady who have decided that they are transgender, and they decide to compete with women instead of competing with men. And I'm going to say simply, if you have the organs of a male, he is a male. If you have the organs of a female, he is a female. All right? If you have the those two things that men have out front, right? It's two and then one is a male. And if you have the one for the woman that's out front, that has a.
But Anselm, some of them psychologically don't feel like their body parts.
Let me say this again. If you have the parts of a male, he is a man, and you have the parts of a female, he is a female. That's all I'm going by. I don't care how
Anselm, I would go a step further and say, if you had your parts modified, you are still not that person that you modified your part to look like.
Well, I'm not going there, Tony. I feel if you get it modified, right, and they remove the two parts of the male, and they modify it into the part of the female, you might still have some things inside you. You still can't get pregnant.
That's right.
Maybe you still can't get pregnant, but it's funny. There was these two men in Nigeria.
Oh yeah.
Was arrested
I remember what the president said.
And the
He said, let,
president, yes.
he said, let them go to jail till one of them get pregnant. He said when they get pregnant, he's gonna let them out.
That makes so much sense, man. That most sense. But Tommy, that's what I would say. I wouldn't go as far as if they get it modified. But
all I simply say is this: if you're transgender, they need to have, and you want to compete, and the people, the officials care, they would make a transgender category. Other than that, you're out of your lane.
Correct is right.
But look, Tommy and Anselm, in my family, I have a female cousin that turned herself into a man.
She got all the parts removed or replaced?
I believe so.
No. Well, if she didn't get them parts replaced, if she's still hanging, she's a man.
I believe so, though.
No, she says the opposite way, female to male, right?
Right. She goes, right. She's going the opposite way.
So let me ask you guys something. Yeah. So if one of your family members come to you and say, well, I am no longer Jacqueline today, I'm going to be Jack, and I adopted a Jack identity, how are you going to treat the person?
As a human being?
I mean, I ain't treating them no different. But
as a human being, all we're simply saying is that since she was Jacqueline and she's now Jack, I know that what she was born with was female parts, yes, and therefore, if she wants to compete with male, she'd be still out of her league.
So Tommy, you raise the next point there, right? What about, is it gonna go the other way, right? So I was a female, and I now want to go and compete with men. Are we gonna go the other way too?
That's possible.
No, I'm just asking.
But that is hard for a lot of people to accept. Huh? A person as a girl or a guy, and then you see them opposite. But that is the reality now, and also too, for anybody that has young children or grandchildren, if any one of them come home, little ones, and they say, I don't want to be Peter today anymore, I want to be Petra. You cannot and dare not tell that child, no, you're going to get into trouble.
The only thing is that there's going to be a lot of confusion that is not needed.
You're going to get into trouble. You have to embrace Petra. And if you don't want to wear boy clothes and he wants to put on girl clothes, you better leave him alone, because he can complain to the guidance counselor for you.
Diana, I'm not getting into that though. Me personally, all I'm saying is that
when it starts there.
No, but I'm very simple. I'm very straightforward. If you have the male organs and there has been no modification of those organs, is a male. You could call yourself whatever you want. If you're a female and you still have the female organs, you can call yourself whatever you want. You are a female.
And some there's gender X, and some of them identify as they and them.
That's the word you said, identify. You could identify whatever you want.
Yeah, but the law says you have to embrace the identity.
No, the IOC in sports, the International Olympic Committee says differently.
Says different?
Yes.
Okay. But I was talking about in general, you can't, if the person says, because I remember being on Zoom classes, and a whole lot of them had they and them and her and she. And I'm like, so they asked me, Diana, what's your pronoun? I said, I was lost. I said, what do you mean, what's my pronoun? Well, all of us have a pronoun, he, her, that. I said, when you look at me, what do you see? You see a girl, right? A female. That's all I ever will be. A female. I don't know anything else. So the her, him, them, they. Well, I might be waving it today and Diana tomorrow, but it's still me.
But so Diana, let me say this. Say you identify as something else, and you decide you want to use the woman bathroom. When you go in the woman bathroom, are you sitting down or are you going by the urinal and pulling out? Are you
But
going
in the men bathroom, they have bathroom for you to sit.
no. Are you gonna pull out or are you gonna sit down? If you I mean I'm kicked in here now. If you,
But answer any men, there's bathroom for you to sit. So I don't know.
no, but you as a man and you identify as a woman. Well,
Uh,
when you're going to pee, are you going to sit down or are you going to pull out
well, you may go in one of the private stalls and do what you gotta do.
and pull out and pee?
Yeah.
Right? So here's our man.
That's the only way they can come unless it's modified.
Well, if it modifies a different story. I will look at it different. What is a what's that? How you pronounce
And hermaphrodite, that's the person that's born with both organs.
hermaphrodites? You're born with male and female?
Yep.
Yeah.
Well, that's a different story. That's a different story. That's a whole new ball game. You see, that is a different story. Yeah? And some if you're born like a woman, but have internal testicles. Now, if you have it on the outside and you have internal don't come. Outside come.
But Anselm, in all fairness, when all the fetuses are developed, they are first identified as female.
Females.
All fetuses are females.
When
Somewhere along the line, I don't know, the by a process of osmosis, right? The fetus you grow a little half-inch holes, and here's a boy. So in between that changing from girl to boy, I think that is where the confusion occurs.
I know. I don't care about that confusion.
What ultimately happens.
Yes, when you come out, you could start as a female, you could start as a male, you could start as a male, female, whatever it is. When you come out, and you come out with these certain organs, right? Right? Unless you're going to do some modification, right? It is to me, it's very straightforward. And I hate to simplify it like this. And listen, you have a right to identify however you want to identify yourself.
My I is a girl. I've always been a girl, and I is a girl. Good.
So Judy said, agreement indeed. Answer whatever organs you come on planet Earth with, that's who you are. They are confused beings. Go ahead, Tommy.
Yeah, there's too much confusion. It's just
too much confusion. And Tommy, to me, it is very simple, you know. It is simple. You have male organs, he's a male. You have female organs, he's a female.
But Anselm, in all fairness, there are people who psychologically do not identify with whatever part they have. There's some girls that feel like boys and boys that feel like girls. Okay?
I know.
And wait, now, don't make calls. Don't make calls. And you can't tell them otherwise.
What does the Bible say?
I going there. I know it. I'm going there. I'm telling you.
Dana, you could identify whatever you want. Nobody's telling you cannot identify. You could.
And they want look. What's his name? Magic Johnson has a son. You know one of Magic Johnson's son, right?
And Dwayne Wade have a son too. Dwayne Wade.
Yeah. Magic Johnson's son, man, when you see her, man, you don't want a better dressed female than her, boy.
Dana, let me ask you. Does he have female organs?
What?
Does he have the female organs?
But you cannot go and tell him he's not a girl.
I'm not telling him he's not a girl. I'm not saying.
In his head, he's a girl.
Diana, does he have female organs?
I don't know. I never see him naked. Yeah, in his head, he's a girl.
Okay, all right.
And he dresses and play and adopt the role of a girl. And he has the constitutional right to be a girl.
You can be whatever you want to be. You can, but
So,
legally.
so let me ask you something. Let me ask you something. Suppose your son come home and say, "Daddy, I don't want to be Malcolm anymore. I am going to be Marjorie." And he starts acting like Marjorie. What are you going to do?
Okay, I know he is a man.
What?
He's a man.
Nah, he don't want you to identify him as a man anymore. He wants to be Marjorie.
He can be whatever he wants to be.
But then that's really confusion, and you're not supporting your son then.
Done for you, not for me. I said done for you.
You're not supporting your son, Anselm. You have to support your children and and love them unconditionally.
I am loving you unconditionally.
So let him be a girl. Let him be the girl.
Whatever you want to be. That's your choice. If you want to be a man, be a man. You want to be a female, be a female. All I know is that it's simple. I'm keeping it very simple. And so, Kapisa asked, what about Casta from South Africa? Now, Casta Semenya, the half miler from South Africa,
is a female.
She's a female, but she has high testosterone. And when you have high testosterone in running, right, it gives you an edge. So what they told her is that she cannot run any race from mile underneath, mile and under. Like she can't run at 800, she can't run at 400 because they believe she got an advantage over women who run against her. And to me, that is wrong because she's a female.
That's right.
That is wrong. And I don't support that. She's a female. So what she has to do, and this is the madness, she had to take drugs to lower her testosterone. That is madness. Madness. She's a woman. She had to take drugs to lower her testosterone. So she
But Anselm, in our day, we didn't have to wonder about woman. Now you have to wonder if it is a woman. Some of them must be looking fine and 100. I'm like, that's a man. That's a man. I'm like, Lord.
I hear all of that. Yeah, I hear all of that. Yeah. Julie says you can't be a man and a man can't be a woman. Well, that plenty men does look like good women. And plenty women does look like good women.
Rennie said physical and psychological isn't. But Rennie, yes, physical, you have the attributes of a male. But you hear a lot, I listen to a lot of stories from those transgender people and those, guys. They said they never felt like a little boy. You always felt like a little girl.
And Diana, nothing wrong with that. But you can't know because you feel like a girl, right?
Why not?
You're a man. You feel like a girl. You should go and compete with girls now. Really? Just
well, if you're a girl and America says that you can change your gender and be a girl and you want to compete with the girls, well,
if you change your gender. But if all of a sudden I self-identify and I say, you know what? I feel, you know what, boy? I feel since I was born, I was a young lady, Now I'm 18, I feel I want to be a lady now. Or I want to change. And listener, I'm not saying anything about whether you should be or shouldn't be. You have a right to change. However, when you change, knowing that you can't change and go and compete with women now, or with people, with girls in high school, for example, right? So for example, as a freshman, you was a male. When you became a junior, you decided, you know what? I want to become a female now. And you want to go and compete with the females now? Just so? Because you self-identify? Nah. You have to convince me a little better than that.
They're not. Anselm, I don't know how the Constitution protects them, but if it says that he changed to a woman, he has to be afforded all the opportunities as a woman.
Diana, you are missing the point. I am saying that
I
if
ain't missing no, I telling you what the Constitution
I'm
say.
saying that if you have changed, like for example, Caitlyn Jenner, it is my understanding, Caitlyn
Uh,
Jenner is now a full-blown female.
uh,
She's a female.
uh.
If she change everything, if she go through the surgery and the operation, right? And she's a female now. She's a female. I don't have no problem with that. I have no problem with that. But if
But
you just want to self-identify and say, you know what? So you went to sleep last night a male, and tomorrow you wake up a female.
yep,
Just so, because you
yep,
self-identify. And you want to
yep.
compete with female now. Really?
Oh,
And we are
he wants to get up and put on skirts and go to school.
allowing that in society.
Yep.
Oh God, Rennie's joking, you know. Rennie says some women have more balls than men. Watch camera.
Hey, true, ready?
Yeah, really.
That's a point. You're right there already.
Oh
Yeah.
God. all good enough. Yeah. Yeah.
Highly say, and he had he's Warren Buffett.
Julie
He
says,
wants to-
Anselm, I had a family. Yeah. Born with two sets.
Guys, good night. Good night.
All right, good night. Yeah.
Good night, Storm.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a bit. I don't know where that's gonna end, where it's gonna wind up, because you have people who want to identify as cats.
So I have made it very simple, and I know it's too simple. Huh? I just say I want to know how someone could feel inside their head like someone else. Make it make sense. Yeah, people could. People could really. Tommy, I just want to simplify it before you go under any surgery or anything. Right? And I saying that if you have female organs, right? Here's a female. If you have male organs,
It gets to what were you born as?
that's what it is.
Because you could have been born as a man, and you decided that you want to have this exchange in full, where they would reconstruct your organs too.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, well, I mean, if you decide to have the organs reconstructed, I think I'll put that in a different bucket.
That's why I say we need a category for them. Call it
Right.
trans.
Right. I'll put them in a different bucket. But the ones who are self-identifying and saying that, no, I am a woman and I want to compete against women, I have great difficulties with that.
Yeah, because your inside is of a man.
Yeah, he's a man, and you will most of the time, Tommy, those women will not be able to deal with you. Not in running, no way. Maybe like in soccer or something. You understand?
Mm-hmm.
In soccer, but it's very rarely, right? You will be a male, right, and identify as a female. And if you go and play soccer, right, soccer is not, it's a different type of sport from running then. Put it that way.
Yeah, it's a skill set,
Yeah.
skill and power on the feet.
Huh? Judy said, Anselm, I read about a man who had a penis transplant in Barbados last year. He got a male penis from a gay man. Now he wanting man. Oh God. Oh, they're good at it. Yeah, good night, Nadia. Yeah? Kapisa said the UNC is very transformational. They have the Souza, the first transgender. But is the Souza was what? A man and turned into a woman, right? The Souza in Trinidad.
Yeah, well,
but he still has the man organs, though, right?
I don't have a clue.
Okay, all right. So anyway, before we go, Kapiza, Nadia, Judy, Hailey, Rennie, Denise, if you're still there, Carice, Miss Coover, if you're still there, Judy, Denise, if you're still there, put closing comments in chat. Hailey, put closing comments in the chat. Yeah, Tommy. I mean, I think we are going places that we have never gone before. You know, look at what the president's wife wants to start. Right? Why would you even think about that, Tony?
Yeah, she out of order.
She out of order, man. She totally out of order, man. And you know, it's funny, Tommy, that it's not a big story in the United States of America. I find that's a big story.
I find.
For the first time in the history of a team winning, you want to invite the losers too? Why? I wonder if LSU had lost, if she would have invited LSU, boy. I wonder. Look. Folks, it's Diana, Anselm, Tommy, and you in the village with the DAT Triplets and WZYE 95.9 FM. Stick and stay. We'll be right back after this.
You're listening to WZYE 95.9 FM. You are listening to WZYE 95.9 FM, the most influential name in Caribbean radio in the tri-state area. Broadcasting from East Orange, New Jersey, the most influential name in Caribbean radio, WZYE 95.9 FM.
They would never understand what it's like to be born in a body that you don't identify with, that the decision is not yours. This is not a decision that you make. You know, it's something that is innate. You can't go against it.
That was Cece Telfer speaking before World Athletics' decision to ban the participation of trans athletes like her in athletics.
I'm not doing this for accolades. I'm not doing this to win all the time. I'm doing this because it's important, and I didn't get to see somebody like me on like the athletic stage. It's important for kids like me to see that like their dreams can come true too.
The council has agreed to exclude male to female transgender athletes who have been through male puberty from female world ranking competitions from March the 31st this year.
March 31st, 2023, the last day that transgender women who've gone through what World Athletics refer to as male puberty are allowed to compete in international athletics events. A day that also marks International Transgender Day of Visibility. World Athletics.
Yeah, so Tommy, I do have a problem with transgender having their own Olympics or anything like that, right? And I do have a problem with people self-identifying or anything. I don't have no problem with that. None at all. Right? My only problem is that the only way we can know is that if you have certain organs, right, you are considered to be a female. If you have certain organs, you are considered to be a male.
I agree.
And
there's just too much confusion.
Too much confusion. You know? And so that means to say that if the first 16 years of your life you are considered to be a male, and then you decide you want to self-identify, you could self-identify. Is that the way it's done? You get self-identify and you become a transgender? Is that what it is?
Yeah, you decide, you get to choose your gender and all of that now.
Okay.
But I'm saying the same way you have Special Olympics, maybe you want to include them in the Special Olympics.
So you have a transgender portion of the Olympics.
Yeah, and the Special Olympics.
I could go for that. You know what I mean? Yep. But I don't think that's what they want to. They want to be able to perform in the
Yeah, they
original.
want to be in the normal
Yeah.
mix, but they are not.
And people will look at you and say, "Oh, you are against this one, and you are guys."
It's just in fairness' sake. It can't be fair.
No, it can't be fair. It can't be fair. It's like all of a sudden you decide that you want to play softball now instead of being able to play baseball,
True.
right? And I mean, there's many women are not going to be as strong as you if you are male.
Mm.
You know?
Right, because of what you say, you feel you're trapped as in whatever is what is the reality.
Yeah. But anyway, Tommy.
Yeah.
My closing quote for the day is: May every sunrise bring you hope, and may every sunset bring you peace. From where I sit, this is it. The clock on the wall said that's all I like to say, but I've got to go. Remember, hard work beats talent. When talent does not work hard, for every 60 seconds of anger, you lose 1 minute of happiness. See you. Same WZYE time, same WZYE channel. Later.
Yep. My quote is from Familiar Letters by Henry David Thoreau. It says, "What is the use of a house if you haven't got a tolerable planet to put it on? If you cannot tolerate the planet that it's on." A pleasant good night to each and everyone. Look forward to our next session. Till then, be safe. Love you all.
Thank you, Tommy.
You're welcome.
So, trying to get. So, let me read some of these closing comments. Rennie says, live, love, laugh, ingredients for long life. Then he said, if you identify as female, most likely you will follow the protocols of a female and sit to pee. Okay. Nadia closing comments is, blessed night, everyone. Good show, Anselm, Tommy, Diana, Benson. Happy Easter. Stay safe, guys. Okay. Okay, that's it for the closing quotes for now. Oh, I didn't see Eugene tonight, but so we're gonna go tonight with Caribbean Man by Black Stallion.
Mm-hmm.
So folks, it's a pleasure. We're going out tonight with Caribbean Man by Black Stallion.
With a West Indian politician, I mean you went to big institution, and how come you can't unite 7 million? When a West Indian unity, I know it's very easy. If you only rap to your people and tell them like which them is one race, from the same trip, on the same shirt. They will not put one common intention. It's for a better life in the region. For the woman
My brother.
and the children. That must be the ambition of the Caribbean, the Caribbean, the Caribbean.
They say that the Federation was imported white from England, and you're going and form a character with a true West Indian flavor. But since character started running, morning, noon, and night, all I hear is just money, speech, death, and self-giving. But I say no check of money, vote for my unity. First of all, your people need their identity to be one race from the same place that make the same trip on the same ship. So we must push one common intention, is for a better life in the region. For we woman, and we children. That must be the ambition of the Caribbean and the Caribbean and the Caribbean.